wa Kenya, tuungane, tulijendo, tukaribishe wageni wetu.
Ukitembea Kenya,
hakuna matata,
nchi ya kupendeza,
hakuna matata.
Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu,
hakuna matata.
Nakuru na Kericho,
hakuna matata.
Ikweta, Rift Valley,
hakuna matata.
Moyale na Isiolo,
hakuna matata.
Kakamega, Bungoma,
hakuna matata. Jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Mzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa Kenya yetu, hakuna matata.
Na wananchi wote,
hakuna matata.
hata raisi wetu,
hakuna matata.
na viongozi wote,
hakuna matata.
ni wazalendo wote,
hakuna matata.
hakuna ukabila,
hakuna matata.
hebu tucheze salsa,
hakuna matata.
turuke Kimasai,
hakuna matata.
tucheze na ngomboko,
hakuna matata.
tucheze Kibaluya,
hakuna matata.
tutikishe mabega,
hakuna matata.
wapendao amani,
hakuna matata. hakuna matata.
Radio Vuna.
hakuna matata. hakuna matata.
Endeteu Kalivozana ni Kenya ni yara na ni mailu sivyo situ ni sia kuendesha dunia ni vaikange. Maliu masio manekana vano Kenya ukamba wito ike tuya imi na previti mono sana ya umani. Wanzuki mpaka manga nzombe mbangi nyamongo indo ziandidi ya mbui ngombe nizindute soko sokamba Sindumba iluzi neka Kenya ni mutabasye Kaikindu kosa Kenya ni ndingadhime na muzi akitheka kuzabo kasithea Jitwembe vyundi ya Kenya tuikwatika Jitwembe vyundi ya Kenya tuikwatika Ana yini yao, ya musomesa, kindu cha umila, mwene ngo.
Ai, kia nani? Labosu, mama. Nitu yake na ikweli mayume tebasa. Nitu yake na ikweli mayume tebasa. Lakini tuisawa yuyu idi tuendeneza. Lakini tuisawa yuyu idi tuendeneza. Kwanza tusuwane mogo mwingi muno Kenya ito. Twakwatise ya kwaka malelo maito ne masyo. Yapo tisito sisawa tolo kambaka Ulaya. Esindiere yukona tuitumie ila siya kisyo. Kenya tuyadhime sana tuitana kwitha ito. Kenya tuyadhime sana tuitana kwitha ito. Sauti Yesu Zaumi Sauti Ningwiwa moyo Nunemo Kenya sauti Ningwiwa moyo Nunemo Kenya ndamu Wakenya tuizawa Tuikazite kumini Natena tuizawa Tuikazite mangoni Kuchapa kazi Tutoza kuwa njobu Kiwa mjini Hata kwa mashambani Ofisini Hata kwa vibarua Uyane uya Bolo kwa tega samu Uyane uya Bolo kwa tega samu
Nasawa Nasawa
1.0 Radio Talk.
Vuna FM.
sasa niwekere ngaki,
Vuna FM.
sasa niwekere ngaki, sasa niwekere ngaki, sasa niwe na Vuna FM, sasa niwe na Vuna FM.
Keminero.
Chinsa ni bereche bona maragobo manje mutakili jinga kikonyora mangana mayase nchera yobwenge yakoletwa sole ne nyagitali ya HK International.
Omugusii minto kwa manyirenga enyagitali ya HK International Medical Center noere asumu chubo sonko nainde numa yetenga ni igekorenga omubiri omugima nakorwa bugwenia bwa maruire buna arthritis, asthma, allergy, stomach ulcers, pressure, infertility yechinchira chionsi, low libido in men, amaruire yabana, amaiso goikamaino na yanda mange bono kwa manyire eye HK International Medical Center Busongo
igonge kero wa ikirega igo muchu Busongo gotwakire nambe yure 07 17 nande 17 63 83
HK International Medical Center, your health is your wealth. Aya namangana maya asenjera yowe
Omwancho motegeli chiaragire chinsa ibire chabona botuka mangana maya asenchera yo wengeri tariane Abraham Onguti Omura bwenso moske William Ruto gikeria baraibo kwa melia serikali asatebire nigo batabwati umanyi bonde bonse asokora ni gatebire tabwati chinga kiasebale kolene ni garagenda gwikirania emiroberio aoye serikali uno muroberio bobo bwenya osha chinyomba chiri golirianse nabo igono bwagachi gwichiro nagoteba Vuna Kenya te kwagacho gwetera okoramana no bwoba moske William Ruto ni garenge kuya kwanaya asegetikia Mandela Stadium chinga ki chogosira ebyombe byabangina Omuliki obotambe ase wizara y'oburendi bw'emere imondo moro osabira abasaye wesoke na kuira mabaga yemiremo aywe serikali gendete korosia nigo enekiri bune serikali y'omuske William Ruto yabekire omukia asebe omukyo bene wemiremo gokia sabasaye unase chinyomba chiri golidianse omurobeli onyota naboiga abakenya bali bagotoma gokia chinse chiskeli ndelyo okora chigasi Chingaki serikali genderete komenda chinguru asokrosia mabaga yemiremo gochia sabasaye ni obona aborokyo kurwase giskuru cyo bundi TVETs basabirwe komenta ubongaini asokrosia mabaga yemiremo elindego kinia amaganyo aigoro yemiremo kaukwana chingaki cyo kobekirwa chibutu kwa aborokyo wetera wetania chiribu isato ase skuru yo bundi ya Mitiri Technical College yiyo gotoka ase county ya Bungoma umugwasiri bw'uburendi bw'ime Kipchumba Murkomen otebire serikali nigo yabekire chinguru chinene asogosira chiskuru cyo bubundia Muwaziri w'uburendi bw'ime Kipchumba Murkomen ochakire bwekirano koligererwa buya nabwo kwa bene kwa bumenyi bwa cherenganyi ecosystem kubwatikanano kwanyoga kwiriro bagukwirorera okukwaire okukwa kwabantu abange kaukwana se county ya Nairobi chinga kicho komira n'abawatani otebye omurobelyo yo cherenganyi ecosystem restoration program ni gora enekie okwiranirwa kwa kubomenyo obuya nabo yokolenda ebintu byetanaine ensemeyo Omonjo motegari na senchira yo wenge chinsa isato na senchira yo wekirano genda gotega radio Vuna indeli wesemya kwemanya nawe kwegokia ititariane Abraham Onguti
Oyo noro mwelio wamangana maya asenchira yo wenge
Vuna FM
Keminero Ekebungo kilituko kurwa radio Vuna
Saburi emie ya emona isato ekebungo kia egetangani ayo moyone togio monene na byonsi ebirime yane bitogi elitalia elichenu ayo moyone togio monene tobaisa kwebo buya bwae bonsi agokoreire. Saburi emie yemo na isato kebungo kia egetangani. Ayo moyone togio monene na bionsi ebirime yane bitogiri italia erichenu. Ayo moyone togio monene tobaisa kwebo buya bwae bonsi agokoreire.
Ekio na kie kebungo kilituko kurwa Radio Vuna.
Karabu ati gisuguiti ekyo.
Ekena nyago karole ekinga kikari kuri kuguseke.
Ekin touristi.
Touristi kase njeme dana mandalwa kutarre urusano.
Mogako to karimagega.
Hatange karo siri. Ya. Ani toko enda bunense ko enda. Ebinga ibigo toka.
Ine aye no monchori obwate duka emini supermarket go se supermarket bono korwa 3T Holdings enyorere bisuguti korwa Becky's Marie T Biscuit amona tourist ebiansu nande go kwenekeri obunyamasi asomobero biscuit lovers enjoy every crispy bite from Marie Tea and Tourist biscuits rich in nutrients elio kwenyorere bisuguti na kubeke oda tarere duka yaito emeyo mochobosongo Galilaya Mwembe eliokubwa tokeo de bisuguti bilioganetie asirigoliriense inyora imeyeduka ya 3T Holdings nebwata bakoreria baya abo bagokwenekere kwanyorere byonsi asobororo buigo nigogo kobere bintu biri kwagorire guikase duka yao karibu 3T.
Lakini mechandokie bono kunya gwetera nyomba ke yani birugo bikumbu no mogongo
kunya kuma na nyomba na ende nayo muchando kade ngango tento bwati birugo
onekero konte minjo muchando kase bosubate no bakorosie nyomba ibirugo bono na gurete bono nkikira kini boneke
inga kikiba boni gatato go ikaransire birugo binga bunebi gatuma itinge birugo byachire byekerere
bono eduka ya Yako Fashions keroka ni gobono ya korentere birugo bya plastic chairs kwa bei nafuu yani bire bya big boss boigonko nya tore chiduve amarangeti chi bed sheets emeito yonsi ya kerenge nchobuneri orthopedic chikoshon ebikoroto chishati emechibi chikobya chibagi chionsi gati yabo cheskuru laptop bags trolley bags fiber bags takis chunk pin na boigo pioneer bags chionsi oranyora serigoliria moko eri oruseirie discount asense moye chianga nkonya tore trousers cha soft na hard khakis suits chishati chi t-shirt dresses ebikoroto byabasubati n'abasacha byekerero ebyoranyora serigoliria moko imeya Yako Fashions boigo ntubwata bakorera bakoenekia kwenyorere byonsi uganetie asubororo tarera Yako Fashions assistage ya keroka enchire gosoka gochebosongo orosage ronde ni gorogotoka bukeroke getaseni kyabanyanyimbo moino akesimia se namba 0725372326 gose 0728903422 Yako Fashions keroka obokoreri obuya asebonsi.
Shukrani msikilizaji kwa kuendelea kusikiliza Radio Vuna 102.0 FM. Tunadhamini ubora na ili kuboresha zaidi vipindi vyetu tunahitaji maoni yako. Kama unayo maoni, malalamishi, maswali au pongezi, tujuze kupitia barua pepe info@radiovuna.co.ke. Piga simu 0703102102 au 0705102102 ama tutembelee katika ofisi zetu Galilaya Mwembe University Way off Kisii Kilgoris Road. Asante sana msikilizaji. Radio Vuna tosesenigwe kera engake
toseseni wa motwensi tokuneke minero.
Kera litukure Jumamosi gocha kerense yemo ya Maragoba
Abarai namagenderero
Namagenderero
nonde megaigana nebikoroto byonsi pinechibuti ntegereto murobyo bwa abarai namagenderero
wate tariki na nyachae Brian Bright
oyorere woti yamangana yobora yubuya asegusiyengima
Bright agotokere na gokuboreria lya kuringite litukaserinde buno mu Kenya bobo gusibwantere gutayo abarai na magenderero kila Jumamosi kurensa yemo ya Maragoba Gusii Kenya n'ensingi manigetegerete.
Ine norene diploma za accounting ose finance experience ki umwaka yo mase company yobogori nobonia naende nori nobomanyi bugotumia excel pivot tables if formulas and an accounting software buna quickbooks zoho nomanyete gukora reconciliation of stock na nori nobomanyi goro yebango FMCG distribution company na yekoligia ayerera bwebwatere emirimo buna accounts assistant ase FMCG distribution company Konya foods beverages na snacks norwo bokoreri buna korosia record yobone no buguri bwakera rituko documentation for VAT withholding tax and other statutory filings likari uko lyokwerero bomanyi bwawe igoro yobuguri no bonia na ubwatanye ne CV yao na gutuma gutia email ya info@radiovuna.co.ke.
Tukure Jumamosi gochakira ensayemo ya Maragoba.
Abarai na magenderero.
Abarai na magenderero. Abarai na magenderero.
Naonde megaigana nebikoroto byonsi bine Chibuti ntegereto murobyo bwa abarai na magenderero.
Wate tariki na nyachae Brian Bright.
Oyorero woti ya mngana yobora yubuja asigusiye ngima.
Bright agotokere na gokuboreria lya kurengete litukaserinde buno mu Kenya bwobo gusibwantere gutayo abarai na magenderero kila Jumamosi kurensa yemo ya Maragoba Gusii Kenya n'ensingi manigetegerete.
Right, asante sana kabisa mwanchuma tigiri Radio Vuna 102.0 FM. Ekero ngakiende yabene sana semaragobe yabono ngogo kwani na gokwalingania ekero na kumanyikuru abuli tangani ko batwali ngino mogeni gaigase studio ngomo kwandra Professor Justus Nyagwenjo yole Chief Officer ya amangana yobotali wose tourism ase county ya Kisii ekero aligaiga studio turi live so mutandao Facebook onye gwasoiralia ngobega sabali bagotubati gwetera senjira ye website naro na bokurigiriria nkwane yo yemo ase yemo direkero tukurigiriria obotali ase orogongurwa gusiane na ase county ya Kisii ngakibore tochikonyara ko batukumanya mange ase ebiro ebiga tugoswa senkwane ganteto kwali bago ngariganiri moraiga gase studio ndonselia sotekerete kurwa ase namba yane ya botambe yere 0785 102 102 Radio Vuna. Hello
Bright ngibwa garabe
li bwirebia
magani karibu sana kwenye ngito botalingo jari Masai Mara uti Mombasa ono lero amanyango boronge
lero ngo manyole ngo botalimbole no nyamira
na kumbiri na ndengi kali tabana magasente ziba.
Okay, sasa all right, asante sana kabisa Strawberry kwa chense chia virongo Radio Vuna. Hello
Friday
boire tabia kabisa okay. Right, asante sana kabisa my brother kuru ase ensemeyo Radio Vuna. Hello hello okay. Okay. Radio Vuna, hello.
Halo, Radio Vuna. Kuna bright.
Yes.
Gani karibu. Napenda wewe unajua. Leo tikatoka taunga stolela tega iga gusi eto so tarigo garata. Uko bona itutoka ira nete maete bone raundi ngo chero tamana sana ga gusi se itombia mwana ni mwanga tuto gani karibu.
All right, asante sana kabisa Anne Moranga kuruchese mechuchia suguta. Radio Vuna, halo. Hello. Okay, pole sana ya bero kwa bage kuminchulia. Radio Vuna, hello.
Kumari. Akimwaga.
Mbiande kabisa my brother.
Aigo ikire nyangoba. Subanya mulemba gotoka.
Yes, banya murembo kuri nyangoba.
Abageni. So studio manage buti.
Safi.
All
right. Asante sana kuruchense mechuchia nyangoba boigo. Asingencho kungariganiria omoraya asingencho ibirongire ibere. Radio Vuna, halo. Get a D. Madam Speaker bano. Waire bia.
Ona wadairi tuke nero tio amagani tiganga nteru senga tati abo tari boja. Ndia mama.
Right, asante sana kabisa asoko ngaliganiria morai gase studio. Singinjo chinsandare ire. Radio Vuna, halo.
Halo, bright. Waire bia studio.
Waire bia.
Era mondera go komera no mate speaker mason kurwe bate. Omagani kalibara to mosemia.
Okay. Right. Sawa. Asante sana kabisa kuruchense mecho. Nyale ko banko recognize ya malieto ka bantu batano na bera batanga ni balikiralia so mutandao Facebook ngamona omwalimu Dominic kurwa keumbu amasago Jonathan Motuku agotoligirelia kurwa ali chinsemo chenye manengo alafu kurwa St Peters nyake Nyomisia secondary Caleb Siocha kurwa Matia Kobo Samu Recho Nyakundi kurwa Venezuela alafu ZP Maroga tabake wale aho tebanga tabake gwale ntubwate tigatua list bache barore. Alright, ZP Maroga ngo kitole kumanya gose egwale unit list center bonare clear kurwa gianchere alafu mwalimu Lucas Omwenga kurwa mukomoni kitutu masaba iko ni cheko ligiralia chinde ndra gotolikiralia somo tanda Facebook Radio Vuna 102.0 FM na botambe chingwa nango kwaliganira somo robeli bobara ina magendro tali chingwa na chikoto kuna tubuno mugusi kole ne chingwa na chikoto kuna twensi bunaba Kenya. Right, Prof, karibu sana se murobeli wabara ina magendro, karibu sana ime Radio Vuna, kerongo kwa chinga kiche gase wakuani mutakereli.
Pia mono, muradia. Soko ngali bageri, yuko choko kuana na abantu baitu bagusi, igoro ya obotali, use tourism.
Yes.
Nchenkro ku Professor Justus Nyamweya Nyagwencha, Professor Nyagwencha, igondo mu Chief Officer. Tourism, a year under Department ya Trade, Tourism and Industry. As a Kisii County Government in a ministry was a wizara nde under na veidega se metinyang and neiga uno Chief Officer Tourism so mbia muna soko ngarigaria agere tomanye utali ububa ko bolingo butali mbole gusi.
Okay. Montonaro tete kumanyanga Professor Nyagwencha nga yakuru metechi Professor chinyikuru gusinji manyikaini.
Ono Professor Nyagwencha
yes
se itono hoteli yabuga lakini nje ngoro ku Nyamweya oyo Nyagwencha nyambane no nyanganyelia no yo maube no yo isensi ono nche mwa maube nyanganyelia no yo mwa Paulo Nyamweya oyo mwa igara oyo mwa bogendi basinto ba maube ono seito hoteli yabuga lakini usoko bwatire ndo ulikiga na bokorora seito rira nyankononi seito riri muremani seito rira nyancho abo Paulo no gendi omwabo Wana abu no sito.
Okay.
Chino munyari bari. Lakini na kineto hoteli ya buga. Ngasoma hoteli ya buga. Ngaeruo ngaenda Jomo Kenyatta University. 1995 ngaenda kwenye abande mbara iborwa uneke gori kino iga. Ngakora civil engineering diploma eliaba Japanese for 3 years. Ngakora 1998 ngaiwe scholarship ngaenda Jackson State University America Mississippi. Ngakole bachelor's degree na masters in computer science at the Jackson State University in Mississippi. Ngaona akora ngagenda Samuel Ginn College of Engineering yere Open University iga moko Urban AUBURN Urban University. Ngakole PhD in the Department of Computer Science and Software Engineering. Ngakora 2013 ngala somi Spelman College in Atlanta. Ngaruonga na Hampton University an assistant professor. Mwali ngaja 2015 ngaja USIU United States International University the African campus yele Kasarani. I'm a member faculty in the Department of Computing. Because I'm in the Department of Computing at United States International University Africa. I'm on what people call sabbatical and paid leave to do government work to whatever tour of duty.
Okay.
So I'm doing tour of duty in the government. And after the tour of duty is done.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Ekero no tuabigete topiki gana go circulate posters mu mutandao. Kero monte da kwebulinga obotali gusi. Timeti prof. In the first place, abangengero bakali kunga. Even there is a department because yamangana tourism in Gusii County nazarongura gusi.
I think that's the first time.
Yes.
Oh no, the national government nero yaga to live in the ministry chance. When they were created the county government is supposed to be a replica ya national government. Kirege to national government ngita kirego to county government. So you go automatically kirego create ministry as a county government. You go create the same departments to the national government, but you're only 12 options that they must be under 12 ministries. So go than 12 in the county government. Na kere county bona yamanya kwa wewa the number of departments based on nga county ngana. Well, Nairobi County igeire department 31. So you go to 31 chief officers. Nyamira as a small county igeire only 12. They go than 12. Gusii County because yere bigger nene the constituency kianda, they were able to negotiate wakaegu 18 chief officers so that out of the 9 sub counties you can dispute 2 back. Yani that's in courts.
Yes.
So everything you call national government ingere county government. So tourism is part of the department. Kutoka Gusii County. So when they were asked which one do you want to make a department, wakachora tourism, revenue, chikarusi was a chikaba economic planning, chikamento chikaba department in 18. So we want to the department of tourism in county government. But one of the question here nene nkonyora ngote yamantunga njama chief officer tourism kwenye executive nakabe. The first question you monta kombolinga ndo what tourism?
Ndo what Gusii?
What Gusii?
Yes.
Well, no. My first question ne ngo babol. Kano when you teach kero soko somya abantu. Itu every time ntakere kwebole. Kero monta ko bolinga ndo what botali? Yoko bolinga botali ningi. What is tourism to you? That's a question I keep asking people. What is tourism to you? Bono by the United Nations tourism definition. Egero manyengo botali mboli Gusii.
Yes.
So what is tourism? Tourism is any activity that is done by people that removes you from your regular environment and takes you to a new environment for a short term or a short time to do something. Wono onye nche kumenya hoteli ya buga inere inchomonto.
Yes.
Wono kobe tourist wono from the United Nations definition is that insekuru hoteli ya buga ingende paka Kericho. For example, ngende Kericho inchiko korago sene kosi yemiti nyebere. E kosi inyakole within so long as within less than a year. Inchene tourist Kericho. Ekora na rule regular environment na achire Kericho gokora egento gekongera for a short time. Wono nje na agendo. Wono tourism weyenga kiego changa na biru mu tourist. Inchomo nya nimbwate gento ngikokora. Na ali singo chikokora ba bekire gente kingi chenge kore. Ke na gekorire. ingi gego support tourism ngego support yo koba kwa no no mutali bone binte biko support yo butali bwane they are part of tourism iko bono butali bwa the components isatu number 1 omutali yo monyene nere component intangane umutali umuntu uyo kurwa sakuru na yagucha namba 2 a purpose inkingo chikokora namba 3 the industry components go se chikwenda chinde chi na tabe chi sector chigo support yo mutali yo kogendali so ebinte bitatu na ebikorosyo butali bono in terms of the key components nago tebia a traveler nere most important umuntu uri kurwa agende bono kira bantu kwati butali bakolengereri Masai Mara barengereri Mombasa so that is tourism, yes, in the bigger scale. But ikasa uli ya very marketed so much. Bantu banyi marketed mono. That's what people are using as a definition. But tourism, here is types chinyinge. To what international tourism, to what local tourism, to what even domestic tourism. Chionzi be the most important no monto ulio a traveler. Uyo go travel. Ngayaguchi. Urule sale. Normally what we call the environment na I want brand iga to kuma to ready Vuna oru agenda Kisumu for 2 days kokole interview
aberu mutali
you are I know mutali bona abusiko enda Kisumu ngi wachi okora number 1 purpose kwa enda kokore interview inere purpose bona chi purpose ne chinyinge chire lakini nchire class fighting 1 can be for leisure kwenda wenjoy bugima 2 it can be for recreational activities kwenda ko romo pira ko sebintu bine bi ko se ko limit ko so kwa kakos. Number 3 into what bintu na a holiday you can go for holiday. Number 4 into what bintu you can go for business either short term 1 day or 2 but you're going for a purpose here what you call kwende you but permanent employment is not part of tourism. We go and una abakanda Saudi Arabia kwenda gukora kigas bali mbali tourist bali bakwenda gukora gas so one tourism mutakironye divine impate y'abantu nga tourism no kurwa somenyete asegekegeke kogenda ase gochiko kolegento igente kirabe lesha gochi kwenda wenchoi kirabe holiday kirabe masoma mengi atari gwetani omwaka ekero kwenda kolegente aibone inero tourism so ye kworokinga ntobwate tourism gusi
okay
yes
karo tukuligire bono a department ya tourism at the level ye county amona ebene buno mo chief officer I understand mo chief officer ne accounting officer say a wizara but now tourism department a mandate ino nereli what is it exactly you are doing on a daily basis?
Our mandate number 1 is to market. We're supposed to market county as a tourist destination. So a mandate to market you must have incentives, you must have data, you must have information. Who are you? So we're supposed to define Kisii County as a market, as a destination for tourists. Then we market it. That's the main purpose that we are supposed to do. So number 1, the purpose is to market, you must have what is going to attract tourists. Ngikoleta batu ngiyokota yaba muntago cha gusingia cha kokora. Kyoko mone liache. Kwa bona Masai Mara ibama tuna tourism. Abasongo balima balete the migration of those animals ekitokorokeli the crossing. Ikaba the major thing. Then bakagacha very nice hotels. Bona aba tourists abasongo bali bakucha holidays bakadanga njengora na Masai Mara because they are first class hotels there. Tourist companies which are part of what we call the industry component which support tourism. Then tour guides are very part of what we call human resource development. We are very developed for that. So they have been able to have a whole industry supported. Na ande ba market. Ba manye kaninga karoko enda Kenya, you can go to the beach. Ekara why hotel Sinchro, transport. Those are what we call industry components. Chiabeire. And they market. So in Tuone Ministry we're supposed to identify and to looking at tourism attraction sites or centers, and then the industry components that support that, and then we must tell the customer, the tourist, that when they are here they will be satisfied based on our marketing. Main purpose department yetu.
Okay. Yes. All right. Wona se kimoko ne liya batalire ndikuru ase rogongoro gusinkireki. So far my identifying eke naboke koneka.
So for mbwa
ndo sekia gorekire.
Ono ndo bwa list ya sana. Thank God the national government ya decided to reinvent tourism. Besides the hotels and other stuff, they have mbaweke team ekarika igento kwa strategy, national government strategy on improving tourism. About the 9 pillars. So they are rolling it out. So after our call strategy, we will adapt it, but in Baranya Kora. So part of it, the number 1 section in party in Tangani, a direction which enhance global competitiveness. Yani nga kikenyera kole through the county governments na barau. Nga kitura kole to ebe keina asetole competitive the rest of the world, because you got the data that came out recently in terms of tourists. Remember, tourists, we're not talking about international, we're talking about domestic, local, and international. The number of tourists we had last year, they were less than 1.8 million. So the government is trying to see how do we increase that number to 5.2 million by year, because when you have people traveling, moving around, it improves the economy, because the component of tourism in transport, into what accommodation, which is hotels, into what food services, people come and eat, into what recreational activities, and tour guide companies, and even the human resource. So the more we increase the number of tourists, those industries will be supported, and that means we'll improve the economy. So the government, national government, a strategy, part 1, 2, and 3. So the young one, part 1, yes. About the 4 sections. After we have finished the strategy, into now counties, all counties are involved.
Yes.
Number 1, go producing the product development and the marketing. In kitoko na limotali, in a duty to the county government. National government will do their part nationally, on national sites and other stuff and other hotels. Now into as a local, as a county government, last month to develop a product to tell you about Ekorocha Kisi Usi because we are selling your service.
Yes.
To call a lot of promotion and marketing in all kinds of channels, through word of mouth, media, social media, international, whatever. We must be able to do that in marketing, because once we have developed that product, we must sell it. They are not tourism, but they are a point of what? Attraction. So we can now market them that if you come, as a point of attraction. But from the other side, Chihuahua industry is an industry that is cross products. So promotion and marketing, that's our core mandate, one from the strategy. Number 3, to develop human resource. Because they need services. The industry that supports them. But to Araban very trained. On your tour guide, we must have enough tour guides. On your hotel, we must have hotels chikova best chikuru services chinkia. I went to maybe didn't mention what I go promote maybe one of the hotels. Was the Dallas Premier. Keromonta Chile Kurkisuma Chile was the name conference. Dallas Premier. I got very good services because of the human resource, maybe retrained. Na iko very good services. Yakana se party yentangani which we must inanawataka ngukwana yoka is the destination accessibility and infrastructure. Ekromuntu yago chagusi ate teko yanda korra chiwale. Infrastructure da bakorom na wono chibara ngakire. Security ngakire. If there is any issue medical infrastructure medicine yako yanda gitali, if there is an injury or something. So those are the things now. Those 4 form the main core part of government. Are well supported. Yes.
All right. So bono Gusii hitubunere igekero kwa mwanyiririe ngikero kiraoneke which you can sell to the tourists.
Oh no, yeah. Last week, national government, I went to that meeting. They were able to attack a mapping of some sites.
Yes.
Because on all those areas, the what auxiliary for some functions, key industry, the what the attraction sites.
Yes.
So we have been trying to do this. I've been here for a few months, but they have been trying to do this for a long time. So thank God, the national government on the same Bakanywa Kisi as a high potential of tourism, but all of them, all counties are included. Bakatoa is a consultant to help us, because to attend it to help you to identify those places. So we took to 1 week last few weeks. Then we went around all the counties to see what are our attraction sites. Identify one and then to what the mandate which market. Then from there we also need human resource that will develop ndaro ke a product okon tourist because yes unabona ndako tevina we developed 100 sites from different sub-counties. We went to all the sub-counties. We looked at things that turaoneria batali. Unabona ekale tujite kitutu chache tukaligile chi hotel, the hotels and outlets.
Kitutu chache south is not.
Tubeke the chionsi yamo.
All right.
Chionsi yamo tukabeka tukatebona kero muntanga na kitutu chache. What are the hotels which is part of the industry component to support the tourists? Kero muntachiro. I hotel kishira mo support. We were able to get around 18 hotels. Chira support to identify.
Okay.
So that's we can market them as part of when you go to Resha in Gusii, these are the hotels. To identify 18 of them. And then that is on hotels. So to kind of every sub county, to kind of Bonchari, to identify 6, to kind of Machoge. So to identify 1 Machoge.
Still
hotel.
Okay.
Those are hotels.
All right.
To kind of Wasi, to identify around 7. Nyariva Richache, to identify 4. Those that are in good to have good quality. What they want to Gragoja was in Singapore. So you say what Singapore.
Yes.
The next is that beside hotels, there was a section here tourism called MICE. MICE means meetings, incentives, exhibitions, and conferences. That's the sector tourism in there. It's very important. Because about meetings, when you see the United Nations, the United Nations call a meeting, you go to Dallas for 3 days. That is a tourism event.
Deto bwaterega bwase maise professor ndara kana lidenderega iko mwancho mutegereri buna butambe karongo kunyolikoro ya avenues nero ase chinga kichabo gero mosani obene especially ayo koroboncho lia sensemo ya mangana yobolimi gose agri business asensemo ya agri credit line na obakunyara ko bao ko bitoki onyara ko bago commenta stock yao alafu ayo onyo kwakana ngorangora to tune of 500,000 obako kwa chiba securement stock yao sibali murase laini ya agribusiness agri credit line gardo kwandira amba bwate egete kurunga stockist financing and partner distributor asaba kwa chiba satu tune of 1.5 million elinda komente binto ase eduka yao alafu distributor yao banyara kwa baba kumwaka na gabo ayebwate kara kwenye kwakana ngora to tune of 1.5 million ebolia 1.5 million ngonjole kira kore ase totebe gosene ya agrovet yao for example agri buyer financing obako nyara kwa baba kumwaka na supply ya to a tune of 1.5 million alafu ya unyara kwa kuwakana ngora na baigo mwanchi batile kirole agri supplier finance go second tumba wate bakurukanga agri supplier financing ekaro kwa nyara kwa bako supply bintu birengeta mangana ya obolemi agri business igo bakunyara kwa up to 85% ya invoice ya to a tune of 6 million na kyo kunyara kwa bako kunyorobo kuri obo na bako oko bwati ya sesimi yawe bweko mwenyene so kupata *789 *89 hash *789 *89 hash nyo kubata mabolio na bako kesi masa 0111 133 300 0111 133 300
Radio Vuna.
Chinga kichi chumwa nchama telingo nyolikoro yiskure kuruna nero Jema Preparatory School kurwa lichisemo cha Jogo ejua sabone genderete chi interview sasa bawaro kuko chakra grade 5 wasoko chakra play group mbaka grade 5 nikiokero ilo mwano wase skuru ye iko bako nyoro kwa bako samyo mori kurunga French sign language mono bwebi manyerdio badminton scouting music na drama karate chess dancing na bwigo swimming ni mremelia botambo mwancho botegerelie ene kiri na gwetigwa na serikali ya somo robelio CBE abali mbaroro mbali betirie nekyombe yuko balika bali memere Teacher Service Commission egombale trained enough kunyara kwa bago somia omwano eskuri yotoka sensemo ya St Mark Jogo imeyomo chobosongo asa mange na boko bakiresi mase number 0726 732 322 0726 732 322 gosa 0746 881 491 0746 881 491
Radio Vuna.
Radio Vuna.
Alright, tekero kika se studio mwenche potegelinga ndete kusange nkwana no chief officer wa mangana yobo taligo se tourism ase county ya Kisii ngomo kwandra Professor Justus Nyagwencha uyule kika se studio prof kukwandra kwalenge MICE ngoteba
MICE M-I-C-E.
Yes, MICE.
MICE is one of that a component of tourism is very important, which is also very recruitive. Ekoleta chiba shinyingi. Eye na ntabe kwa meetings. Gente kitangani. So tukatwara incentives.
Yes.
Tukamagotwara conferences and exhibitions. Why is it important that those are recruitive mono? So as Gusii County, tutakere gotwara turatebe ase tura wholly interview. Which we call mostly chikoba convention centers or conference centers. Tutakere gutwara. Wono asita ntobuati a major conference center, which where you can hold those meetings, you can hold those incentives. Tuganji kwa meetings, nekero mo gutware meeting muna tebe sabantu wa UN, but gutware meeting na was UN women. When nekero bate gutware meeting net branch gitere Gusii, iko bago cha baligi hotel, or say a place, or say hall. By meet, by all that meeting. So that is a tourism attraction center, and they are doing tourism exercise because bahachire kurua sebaruete UN, bahachire baka Gusii, hold the meeting, baragire, batumire the conference center into neck. One example to what them that go the mice to unabona igase Gusii town iga is the Gusii Cultural Hall. Headquarters regularly.
Yes.
People hold the meetings there. Abantu bakuru so bacha go toilet meeting iga. Those are tourists who have come for a short time, just to be less than a year, according to United Nations definition. Only meeting you is one of them. So that is an example to what they got. In terms of conference, as a Gusii town here, say under mice and then going to expand into what the Gusii culture, Gusii agriculture training center, ATC. ATC has conference halls and also conference facilities. Well, that's a mice. That's a place where you can have incentives, can have a conference, you can have meetings, you can also have exhibitions. The difference even having incentives, nekero konyore usuna olevo radio Vuna na ora kolega sinkia. A company ya ego having a wonder to go a trip. A trip will go then to a trip with Singapore. That is an incentive. One already planned. One such incentives that you under mice. In terms of conferences, people come to ATC, but to a 1 week conference in terms of agriculture. In a contest at tourism attraction, it was a tourism event. Exhibitions, nekarich company. A lot of companies want to want to bichigari bagote yang bono ngaitura ento chokora marketing or giving to it. So konyora most of the places njiwa the conference center was exhibition center balet bakor exhibition. So that is the major part or component of tourism. You want to say into what the ATC, into what the culture hall. So so under hotels and under those mice and which holds hotels and I can say conference centers na chich to what umachoge tukatoa chude nago they we to mabet 6 to kubeka in a digital format to chubeka online, then they can be accessed by people but they Gusii. So as a start tukatoa tukaenda Bobasi tukanyora around 4 Nyaribari chache 3-4 Nyaribari Chinechi Hotel. Mice Nyaribari Chache tukateba rende Gusii Agriculture Training Center. Is under Nyaribari Chache for mice purposes. Tukomakonda at attraction activities.
Yes.
Nkio muntara ta gocha korra beside because beside go to these other mice ndo wade the other tourism attraction things. No want to the Masai Mara but what the wild beast. In Tugana into to binto tura abantu baracha korra. Want to identify a few things. Nyaribari Masaba tokate bantu wate bitunu very unique.
Nyaribari Masaba.
To what very unique area tokate banya CBT farm, to what Mborgo Hills that you can make as an attraction center. People can come and look at tokate banya Game Hills, to what Miangara Quarry, Quarry in Miangara, Sukuta River. Nebuate uniqueness ora cross equity
no mategereri maraga kurusukuta
one sukuta you can make it an attraction center.
What is unique about it?
My terrainse yebitunu yebemborgo ne kurene it's under inside. So as a part of the attraction center is that ekero cross ya gento kinago denga tourism officers for you to attract tourist gento keto cross ko baro sali trip kero montago ja Gusii for 3 days a tourist or for leisure, for example in a leisure.
Yes.
What will you do? Okoba the first day I will make sure all the Gusii town ngorusio ngoire paka Nyaribari Masaba or the hills or the river kuruga bungo kolire ngokoira maybe Chicago Hill.
Yes.
Then you sightsee in a first day.
Okay.
Kuruga bungo irani ochori ranch. You say kids going to maybe premier or Adarast premier in a first day. Then you can make another second day. In Gusii, what can you do? Those are the things you do after you have identified these tourism attraction centers. Or was your trip in whatever. When you come, the second day, engo kuira baka South Mugirango, or na chikware chikorosu, ngorusi onkuira ninkola the Summit hills, or let the 2 hills of Gusii, ngaki chirkuwe Summit ne manga, ngorusi onkuire manga. Then I will give you the cultural history of the two. That they manganesa meta, they were the 2 highest points. Aba kusiba gutumia for kuligirili na korek kurende. Saba antu bakurkurwa bayibirende, they were more of a place bagutumia ko akiri tindali kuligirili to see if there are any intruders coming. Yes. So those are 2 sites. Kurwa then one after that, yongo kuirekera ochikoli lunch keranse kekia nyariwari church. That's that second day done. Third day, another trip. On third day will be maybe live into the agriculture. Koira a chai, it's to where the chai nyinge or chai tonkekotoro. Then we have a banana farm, banana farm, Gusii, how it's being done. I'll take you there. Kurua Bungurusi ongote wonong koire the animal farm, the animal orphanage. Ito what Nyaribar Church. So within, if you ask for a 3-day trip, na koire a package that you can be able to sell. So that is the work of the tourism officers that you can be able to do. So those attraction sites now they reach Nyaribar Masawa.
Yes.
To Nyaribar Church to include the river Nyakamisaro as one of the attraction centers. To the Vanyanjwa Hills. Is can be an attraction center because of the history you put behind it. Okay, and the Kyonganyo cultural site, the history behind it, you can package it. Now that's the marketing that you do when it comes to that. So South Mugirango, Tukaweka Tabaka Softstone Mining as one of the attraction centers that you can package. Nyangweta Forest, you can put even a camping center there or something that you can be able to market it for that. Okay, and Itumbe Forest, you can also use it. We can hiking. So that is that something when the tourists come, you will tell them, then when to end hiking. So if you put a hiking, for example, in that forest, people will know where do we go to hike next week. They will say Nyangweta Forest. You put the hiking trail. So that's part of what the county or the government should do or attract tourists as tourist attraction. So on the site to 99 of them with the support of the national government, and we're going to make them digital. Those are the sites. Now, those just are sites. Now, the work remains, how do we make them tourism attraction sites? How do we make them part of a circuit? Trip 4 days. Then you tell them whether this package, this package, this circuit. So which one will they prefer? With the support now of the industry that covers transportation, accommodation, health, and the food services, na other things like robot tours. That's the supportive industry.
Okay.
And it was about these tourist sites.
All right. So even the Beyonce prof wa kuandre na obira make sense ya somo songo. Somo ntokale ali Mombasa wose turukana. Tanya korra for example roche oraga ni gocha che korro roche. Now locally abantu baitu kura Gusii. Kigiragiro Montaro for example Nyamaninko usaru ikonge achakora le gwara ko somuntu bwe gwara aru ali achakora manga hili because it is so obvious. How can you nkikero what is it there as ensemble yobotali abantu baitu kurwa Gusii baraga niko korana and they pay for it of course.
Again tubata go chakora. Number 1, sometimes etokuruka turanyiruke forceful traveling. Most of the things that will bring you into leisure. Leisure and sports. And leisure, sports, and let me say health. Those are the 4 things you have to want to itaru Nyamanengo acha Gusii town. Kerokuru Nyamanengo ogutika Nyamanengo Health Center wacha kurwali Gusii level 5 hospital. You have left your local environment wachire kuligi medical attention. You are a medical tourist because you will stay here shortly to get that medical services. So if we have the medical services in town, for example, then people will akoronya manenga ache kurwali Gusii level 5 hospital or any other place within the county. In terms of sports, you've seen schools leave Masimba, wacha work at the tournament stadium. They stay here for 3-4 days. So that is sports tourism. In terms of leisure, they're coming to enjoy themselves, but they have left the normal environment. Watumia those things there. Other things, meetings. Meeting it's maybe people like secrecy. Some people will say chama yaito na igumba only meeting will say ATC, and then the food is so good, the facility is so nice, and there's so much support, and it doesn't cost much. And they enjoyed themselves. After they left the meeting, they were able to go to Gusii town, baka shop in the big malls, wakaenda kuseba Kairu, wakaenda stadium, kora romo pira, all such things. Ikina wakekurusho monto jamanengo ache Gusii town. So locally, what we need that they no make sure and good transport. Then the services, maybe food services, health services, na some entertainment. Finally, culture things. Even to be a city in terms of culture. It's called one meeting. We are going to have 1 week of culture week. To expect even to be to Gusii karugire, Gusii karukiriaban, matera yeki Gusii, to nyabange for a few days even to be Gusii bikoro to culture. We are going to hold them in Gusii town. Ekina wakekurusho mundu manengo ache koranga kigended. You've seen the agriculture show. Yes. They come from everywhere. That is that's agriculture tourism, part of the Uganda mice. So we need to medical, in terms of sports, in terms of culture. Toros package. Now that's the packages I was telling you. The Toros package. One of the culturally, because Banyakor. Tutebe na bago cha koromo pire kira igulenga tualetire team ya wose kurende ya achire Bayern Munich ya achire town wacha wako mpira na Shabana na bago that can attract them to be able to come. But how will they come? By making sure toward the good facilities na hizo supporting system.
Even though which can be easily achieved in nature wizara chinde bunabono youth sports and culture trade. That means we don't really need tourism.
No, we have tourism.
As a department in Gusii County,
we have tourism. We need tourism because of the fact that now, how do you say you don't need tourism? How do you identify such? Because for you are talking about local tourism.
Yes.
Local tourism.
Local tourism.
So for local tourism,
munabono musongo prof. Ikago save for example chiba so mwako mogima. Ametenga kego cha wika go sensama go winter bagoroka I don't know. Ngende Kenya. I spend with my family for a week or so. Now I'm asking, lero siku hizi akonyoro muntu ne family ya ura muhimuki mukao na abana bairo hoteli ogore go send chips abana ba kontimbo ngabona you bad recreation. Nki kera muntu for example ko West Mogrango. Ase fuji basa tebenga omweli bu mwaka. Tete dio boruire bongire bosongo. Go second. I want to go and spend good time even for 3 days. Italy hoteli and their services I will enjoy. What is it there in regard to that as a county ya Gusii?
So you're asking what is there. So I want to take you back because
I make you montato even such an
they're going to go back to the definitions na koete.
Yes.
No? This is local tourism you're talking about, isn't it?
Yes, local tourism.
Toward domestic tourism and toward the international tourism. So now you're asking about local tourism.
Yes.
I've told you local tourism. Now it's our duty as we've identified these things to market to the people. If we do a culture week, people who love culture. We know there's a culture week in December.
Yes.
At Gusii was the Gusii Culture Center. 1, 2, 3, 4 things.
Which is already happening, Prof. Like in Wantombariko.
Yeah, but you see now,
unless
why are they not?
Unless they are paid.
Marketing has not been done very well.
But you want now them to pay.
Part of getting that's a service you're getting.
Yes.
There's nothing for free most of the time. You still have to pay because you have to support the whatever you're going to see.
And that's what I'm saying.
Leisure, you are supposed to.
And that's what I'm saying. Currently, want to buy wakana. You go bank because you get to koro. Mondago bring ngiche kora antu ba gwane ke uzi go se bitinke. What is that? Unless you ngakane ngiche.
See now that's attitude. That's them. But that does not mean there are not those who will not come. there are those who will come. So you're not going to convince everybody to come. Even the tourists, international tourists you're talking about, is not all white people or all Americans who travel to Kenya for international tourism. It's just a section that has a passion for it. So for the tourism industry, now for the local industry, we create those points. Now they for hiking. If we create a hiking point, was in Nyankweta Forest.
Yes.
You don't expect all Wases to go. But the Gen Zs who will come as a group, they'll go hike. Isn't it? So you already created that attraction for them. So you create all these attraction points for a section. Lakini talikiro monto uranyetake. Bono oisoko tebanga guse abantu nkosome kubali amangana nonda tebese ntobode this local industry in terms of amariogo. Otebenga abantu nkosome kubali ngakiba kunyumete for example bagaka. Esiri keani prostate cancer. Na again take you gekosome kubosongo. For 2 weeks and kwa women yoga you watch kwenye. You will not expect young people to come. Lakini abagaka. But if money taking, they will come. Some of them may know what they may want to be paid, but they will come. So that could be an exhibition that you can create. Such exhibition, currently the national government through the Ministry of National Industry Product, get exhibition traditional the medicine. Prostate cancer. That exhibition can be held here. Very healthy. People will come to see it. So it's us to organize the other departments to organize such exhibitions. So let me tell you an example. Previously, there was an investment conference in town, isn't it? Organized by the previous regime.
Yes.
It attracted how many people domestically? Almost all counties came, isn't it? That's a tourism attraction center. So the Ministry of Tourism usually is a center at organizing that, because then they work to our communication, the national government, whichever the national government, communicate, errors communications, and they disseminate that information, which is the marketing part of it.
Watera Prof ngore natole kabisa line nindigeti kumanya mononga the concrete steps muko chikonyara kwa moko ira elinde binte binyara ko babikonyarekana tolero bali mwanje butegelia sokonyora mangana maya senchera yobo ikrenu yakoronga Professor Justus Nyagwencha mu Chief Officer wa mangana tourism ase county ya Kisindara kana madeni segageterega tambe tunyora mangana maya senchera yobo ikrenu ngere natole.
St. Francis Xavier Academy bumaliba niko bagukorerere bona mbabwata mbabaga gochakara preschool goika junior secondary school eye niko jaikireneria magania onsi a CBE competence based education ase babwate boigo amaigelio a French, Germany, music, computer amona sporting activities elio goikerenia italanta yomwono boigo niko babwate abali babwato bomanyi boigo romono CBE compliant. St. Francis Xavier Academy bumaliba nigego toka sebara ya gesonso igonga ange na gesero echiro asamange bakeresimisi namba 0745448231 gose 0784321098 inyura eskuru yebono nigere anda new management. St. Francis Xavier Academy bumaliba knowledge is light.
Radio Vuna.
Njeke kyansuka. Nekigwete. Ayene juice ya ona nekibononka kiunga yomenyeta ebono. Njekaza kwenye na remi ndebitoko beka maji.
Enyorere juice ya ona kure company ya 3T Holdings yobo igebwate chi flavor buna apple, cocktail, guava mona mango elio kwene kireti customer chia mangana maya aseduka yao mini supermarkets wose supermarket. Ona juice nigero sirikurwa samatunda iliko kwene kiri bunyamasia somobero. Nyora ona juice chiduka chi mini supermarket amone chi supermarket aseri golirigo ikereka kurwa 3T Holdings. Asamange tarere duka ya 3T Holdings sensemo ya Galilaya Mwembe eliukobeke oda na kwenyorere juice ya ona boigo ni gogo kobere bintu biri kuagolire guikase duka yao. Karibu 3T, karibu 3T.
Vuna FM
102.0
Radio Tower.
Chinsani sedo chiabono botuko mwenche botelio konyora mwana maya senchiro bekirano yokoletwa soli na nyangitalia HK International.
Omubusio minto kwa manyirenga enyagitalia HK International Medical Center noere asumu chubo sonko nainde numa yetenga nige korenga omubiri omugima nakorwo bugwenia bwa maruire buna arthritis, asthma, TRG, stomach ulcers, pressure, infertility yechinchira chionsi, low libido in men, amaruire yabana, amaiso goikamaino na yanda mange bono kwa manyire eye HK International Medical Center Busongo
igonge kero wa ikirega igo muchu Busongo gotwakire nambe yure 07 17 nande 17 63 83
HK International Medical Center, your health is your wealth.
Aya namangana maya asenjera yowekiranu kurwa chinkonko inyichense imeya Radio Vuna.
Mwancho motegeli chiaragire chinsa isato chiabono botuko wa mangana maya asenjera yowekanu kwendeli tangani tiango manye asenjera yobwenge. Omurai wense ogikeli abarai bakwamelia serikali ngati babwati bomanyi bonde bonse. Omurai omunene w'ekiama gya DCP Rigathi Gachagua iro murai wense amatukata nabere gokeya ligoria mabuta. Naboiga borokyo kurwase giskuru cyo bobundi basabiru ko tumeko bungaini rinde liko Rosia amabaga yemeremo. Mwancho motegeli asaywa munayanda mange sangana ncho iko mweli litariane Abraham Onguti. Umurai wense umuske William Ruto ogikeria abarai bakwamelia serikali asatebire nigo batabuati bomanyi bonde bonsi asokora nigo atebire tabuati chinga kiasebale kolende nigaragendera kwikirania emiroberi ye serikali uno muroberi obo bwenya osha chinyomba cheligo lilianse na bwigo bwagachibwe chiciro nakoteba Kenya ati kwa gwachwetera okuramana no bwoba umuske Ruto nigarenge ko yakwana yasegetikia Mandela Stadium chinga kicho chokosira ebyombe byabangina kurwase ekaunti yeyo.
Kenya haiwezi kubadilishwa na viongozi wa makelele na matusi na waoga. Kenya hii inabadilishwa na viongozi ambao wako na maono, wako na mpango, wako na agenda na wanaelewa ni nini inatakikana kufanyika katika taifa letu la Kenya. And I want to assure you, mimi ni mtu niko na mpango, mimi naelewa tunataka kwenda wapi kama wa Kenya, niko na motisha ya kutosha, niko na mpango kamili na Kenya kwa mapenzi ya Mungu. Hii Kenya tutabadilisha in our lifetime. Nikiongea na nyinyi ile program ya affordable housing, ile ya markets, ile ya hostels inaendelea kila sehemu ya Kenya ikiweko watu wa hapa Mandera. And we are going to make sure no part of Kenya is left behind. Musijali na wale watu wa makelele na matusi. Hawa watu, I don't have time for such people. Kwanza nikiwaona wakiongea, mimi naona ni kama watu wagonjwa, wanataka kupelekwa hospitali. Matusi mingi, kiburi mingi. I think some of them are not well. Kiri wako na shida. Ukiona mtu wako na hasira mingi, kelele, fujo, madharau, kiburi, matusi, kila mtu, huyo mtu mimi naona wewe Duale andikisha hawa kwa SHA tuwasaidie waende hospitali. Hawa watu ni wagonjwa bana.
Chingagia checho oyolengo mokonyi wo murai wense wo igo murai omone wekiama gya DCP Rigathi Gachagua nigo aire murai wense William Ruto amatukata nabere gokeya ligoria mabuta gosaba Kenya barobekane Gachagua oyolenge na barai bande ase chibunge cha Dagoretti North na Dagoretti South imeye kaunti ya Nairobi omwiranĩrio mũraĩ bwense kubwatikana nechinkwana cha una barai bakwameria serikali tibabwati marorando nse oigo Gachagua nigo atebiri bali bakumubwatisya kurusia serikali y'umurai bwense William Ruto bise oigo omokonyi bw'ekiama gya Jubilee Fred Matiang'i kaukwana se kaunti ya Kirinyaga litukolia lero nigo asabira abasaye kubwata chikwelinde gocho woncholeri oburai ase obocholi obonene bogocho mwako gocha.
Mimi nimemwambia juzi Kasongo, sisi tunakupatia siku 7 upunguze bei ya mafuta, utoe hiyo shilingi 40. Ukikosa kufanya hivyo, tutaambia Wakenya, watu ya Dagoretti, watu ya Kanairo, toke kwa barabara tusimamishe Kenya. Harambee! Wakenya wanauliza, mtu ambaye amechanganyikiwa anasema pikipiki inatumia mafuta ya taa ni mgonjwa si mgonjwa? Wasaliti wote. UDA.
I want to encourage you young people. Let us now occupy leadership. Let's not just talk about occupying the spaces we have been occupying. The 2027 general elections should be about young people occupying leadership at all cadres so that you make the changes that you desire and the changes you would like to see in your country.
Chingaki ya serikali egenderete komenta chinguru asokrosia amabaga yemirimo gochia sabasae nigobona borokyo kurwase giskuru chobobundi TVET basabirwe komento bongaini asokrosia amabaga yemirimo elinde gokeya amagani aigoro yemirimo kaukwana chingaki chokobekirwa chugutu kwa barokigwa wetani achiri wisato ase skuru yobundi ya Mitiri Technical College yogotoka ase county ya Bungoma mwasiri wobolendi weme Kipchumba Murkomen otebire serikali nigo yabekire chinguru chinene asogosira chiskuru chobobundi oigo omulikyo botamba ase department ya skuru chobobundi Esther Muolia kaukwana ase county ya Nyeri chingaki chokobekirwa chugutu kwa borokiwa nigo achikire chiskuru chobundi koroselia borokia chi uniform chiri chikorokia ekyo balenge gosomera ase chiskuru chobundia.
There may be 1,000 plumbers, but there might be only 5 good plumbers of excellence. There might be 100 drivers, but there are only 2, 3, or 4 good drivers. So if you want to place yourself in a position that you will be sought after, you will be the most sought after plumber, the most sought after electrician, the most sought after mason, the most sought after chef, you must ensure that you are excellent in what you do.
Tukaanza mpango ya kumaliza wale wasichana ambao wanakuwa housemaids katika miji tofauti hapa Kenya na vijana ambao walikuwa wanachima ng'ombe katika sehemu tofauti. Kushirikiana na machifu tuliwasanya tukawatafuta wote.
Graduation by itself is not a legal practice. It is celebration of what we have been able to achieve. We need to say that these are the civil engineers we are graduating, and we should be able to see. Remember, sight is very powerful. We should be able to see the civil engineering engineers that we are graduating, so that the world out there can see the seriousness with which
Muwaziri wobolendi weme Kipchumba Murkomen ochakiri wekanu okoligereriwa kwa umenyo bwa chirenganye ecosystem kubwatekana no kwanyuka kweliroba ukwirorera ukokwerire ukokwa kwa bantu abange kaukwana se county ya Nairobi chingaki chukumirana n'ababwatani ao otebira umurobeli oyo chirenganye ecosystem restoration program nigora enekyo kwiranirerwa kwa umenyo buya nabo igokolinda ebintu byetanaine ensemeyo.
This is not just a forest, it's a national life support system. Today, that system is under severe pressure. 15% of the ecosystem is already extremely degraded, over 62,000 hectares. 67% is moderately degraded, and 41,547 hectares of forest cover lost. 96,757 hectares of grassland is also degraded. What we are witnessing is not just an environmental degradation, it is the slow erosion of security, livelihoods, and stability. This is why we joined hands as friends and professionals from the 4 counties and initiated Cherish, a 10-year Kenya shillings 14.7 billion strategic intervention anchored in President Dr. William Samoei Ruto's 15 billion tree agenda.
FM.
Mwanjo motegeli mbia mona soko enda kutegerera Radio Vuna ase amangana itoa mayana bogoto ukubwatimiro bire ito gwetera www.radiovuna.co.ke wasogwetera semitanda ya ito Facebook, Twitter, Instagram na bwego YouTube @Radio Vuna 102. Tuska mutu omoliki obotambe ase wizara y'oburendi bw'emere imondo moro wasabira abasaye wesokia kuira mabaga yemiremo ayo serikali egenderete korosia nigo ayenekire bune serikali y'umuske William Ruto yabekiro mukiobene wemirimo gochia sabasaye buna chinyombo cheligo lianse omuroberi onyota na boyi wa Kenya bali bagutumo gochia se chinze chisiko gokora chigase asasabire abarai a okubwatirana elinde kwenekia abasaye ngo bwatirani wabare ase mirobero yabo yechigase ase boyigo asabire okurobeka asabo asabire okurobekana wakorekane asomorembe kurwa asabarayi bali baroberetie emirobero kamineyo ni warenge kunya kwana yase county ya Kisumu chingaki cyo gotegerera na gosira abarundia chipikipiki.
As a government and as administration, this is one administration that has been very deliberate to address the youth problem. But for the first time, we have an administration of President Ruto that is very deliberate, and we have several programs that addresses the issues of employment. And that also includes this engagement that we are having with the youths, particularly in the border sector. There is a Nyota program that the President has superintended over. There is affordable housing program that is employing more than 600,000 Kenyans. There is a digital jobs. There is a labor mobility program that has over 400,000 Kenyans who've been able to go outside the country to be able to earn a living. For the leaders, we need to support His Excellency the President. Once in a while, you will get instances where some leaders or some politicians want to take advantage of this youth unemployment problem for purposes of either causing chaos or disrupting meetings and engagements. But for the MPs and the other elected leaders, you also have access to other resources. For the Constituency Development Fund, and the MP here has spoken to what he's doing to support the border sector. We are a democracy, and we all know the processes of having public meetings or public rallies. But while doing it, it has to be done within the confines of the law. We will protect the right of every Kenyan. What we have been doing today, first of all, was to listen to them, to appreciate and understand what are some of the issues they have that affect the sector. As you know, that the border sector is a very significant and important sector in this country.
Omoliki omonene w'ekiumbe ky'abakolega Scott Francis Atwole nigo aganiria banasiasa imeyense gotabeka siasa sogokina kweligoleria mabuta ase atebire uyu no mochando yebwatiranetie nsengima boigo nigo amentere buna barayi abo nigo batabwati umanyi bonde bonse igoro yogokina no kugwa kweligoleria mabuta kakwa na chinga gichomoyiga Oshop Stewards nigo atebire gokina kweligolina sengencho yogosikwa winchira ya Strait of Hormuz kubwatakana nese gegendete gati yense ya Amerika nense ya Iran.
Taka kutupeleka katika maandamano. Is it for the benefit of our worker? Lazima ujiulize. That is the first question. If you know you will be taken on the street and you lose your job, and the purpose of going to the street is not of increasing your salary, it's not of protecting your job, it's not of improving your terms and conditions of service, ambia huyo mtu bwana mimi sio mjinga bwana. Because every politician and politics, they are not really. Hiyo ndio kitu nataka ujue ukikaa hivyo. Sulman, wewe ni mtu wa Mombasa, wewe ni Mswahili sana. Waswahili wanasema siasa si hasa, siasa si kweli, because it is an industry which you cannot see its factory. So ukisikia mambo ingine ni matambu sana, lakini ukiyafuata unapata we are coming out. If we did support it blindly, we will be the losers.
Mwanjo motegeli cha butokire chiteka 13 igoro y'echinsa isato cha bono botuko oinoro mweli wa mangana maiya senchira yo wekanu ku Radio Vuna 102.0 enda kotegerera ndi ligwese mya kwemanya na weko gokili taliane Abraham Ongutie
oinoro mweli wa mangana maiya asenchira yo wekanu
Vuna FM. Minero.
umubayino wirituko na Thomas Onguna abanda mbairukaine unchunga agatame kworo kimaiga kaibwate abanda mbairukaine unchunga agatame kworo kimaiga kaibwate uku no kuiruka kimaiga ni garingi umunda oirukire mono unchunga akaimuka karire umuisekegete oboko iria munyuome kimaiga nere agachia karira umuiseko yuyu bokonere boigo atamanyeti gose unchunga oikire kumutanganda unchunga agachia kuigo akairuka kogenderera nobokobu ikiagire nibo yaye nenke yari nere ta kumete buna kimaiga kumete igo akarengianga ababuri muiseke no muiseko monyene nigo barasanira umunda ubunda bwa kimaiga na bwe kworo unchunga atamete gero mugusia agateba bandamba irukaine unchunga agatame kworo kimaiga kaibwate asumo bene buri tukirene ndoke Thomas Mbuno monguru yo seseni wa
Je, unatafuta huduma bora za afya kwa ajili yako na familia yako? Usijali, sasa unaweza kupata huduma kamili za matibabu katika kituo chetu cha afya cha Gusii Family Medical Center. Tunatoa huduma zifuatazo: uchunguzi wa kawaida wa afya, ushauri wa madaktari bingwa wakiwemo daktari wa wanawake, gynecologist, daktari wa watoto, pediatrician, na daktari wa magonjwa ya ndani, physician. Pia tuna huduma za maabara za kisasa, ultrasound, echo na ECG kwa uchunguzi wa moyo, huduma za macho, huduma za meno, upasuaji mdogo, tiba ya viungo, huduma za mama na mtoto pamoja na kliniki ya wajawazito. Afya yako ni kipaumbele chetu. Tembelea kituo chetu leo upate huduma bora za haraka na za kuaminika. Tutembelee Old Sansora Building, ground floor, mjini Gusii. Piga simu kwa nambari 0758770764. Ya unaweza tupata kwa tawi la Annex, soko la Nyabioto, Bonchari kwa nambari 0112646882. Gusii Family Medical Center. Your health, our responsibility.
Rocky Driving School na koranyora masomo ya bogende chigari gochakra class A2, A3, B1, B2 light vehicle automatic, B3 professional, C1 light trucks, CE a heavy trucks, D1 ye chigari chia PSV chokubugulia banto 14, D2 na D3 ye chibasi. Boigo babwata masomo ye keraskia F asabanto baleno balema ni chikosi chinke buna PCD, P Executive, Basic Mechanics, Basic First Aid, nechinda chinyinge. Rocky Driving School, evanchiri na NTSA, kurobo koribu masoma maya keralituko. Imeyumu chubo songo, batarira samagacha Market Plaza, Nyakoe, Kioge Junction, Ogembo, banyole chimite mieyemo, kurwe bara ya Mosura, Nyamire bara samagacho, Amanga, Sama Petrol Station, na Kilgoris Town, Mbaleo. Inyora, mbawate ofa ase wali bakolire Form 4. Wakari miasin number 0723 803 503 0723 803 503. Rocky Driving School. Safe driving is our top priority. Rocky.
Umunyali bali kwa boliru amagendero asegeke getambe una chipara chipasari amache abasaikoborwa emeremo
Bono, Daktari Joseph Mogendi Birundu nereri chibuliao. Omonyali bali, bwate kadio wake kura. Ebeke tayare. Kabanye. Kumwakira Daktari Joseph Mogendi Birundwe kura yao mwaka bwechiri bubere 2052 eliareta maonchorerio Nyaribari chache.
Daktari Joseph Birundu ndio kiongozi wako wa mwaka 2027. Kumbuka, uchaguzi bora, uongozi bora, maendeleo mengi.
Umunyaribari ohamwire Daktari Joseph Mogendi Birundu watekura chenchi oburayi
agenderero naronje ndagite gusina Kenya yito imukegoro
Kirali tukure Jumamosi gochakira nseyemo ya Maragoba.
Abarai n'amagenderero.
Abarai n'amagenderero. Abarai n'amagenderero.
Nonde megaigana nebikoroto byonsi pinechibuti integerero murobyo bwa abarai n'amagenderero.
Wate tariki na nyachae Brian Bright.
Uyorero woti yamangana yobora yubuya asigusiye ngima.
Bright agotukere na gokuboreria ria kurengete litukaserinde buno mu Kenya bobo gusigwantele gutayo abarai na magenderero kila Jumamosi kurensayemo ya Maragoba Gusii Kenya nensingi manigetegerete.
Kenya ndio nchi yangu ninaipenda mwenyewe, tujivunie wenzangu, tulinde mimi na wewe. Kenya ndio nchi yangu ninaipenda mwenyewe, tujivunie wenzangu, tulinde mimi na wewe. Tusivuke changamoto, tuongeze juhudi, mkubwa hadi mdogo, Kenya iwe maridadi, amani kila mahali, viongozi wetu hodari, Kenya yetu iko shwari, sote twaikubali.
Maendeleo tunaona, vijana tunachapa kazi, nyama zao tunavuna, pamoja tunapanda ngazi. Maendeleo tunaona, vijana tunachapa kazi, nyama zao tunavuna, pamoja tunapanda ngazi.
Upendo kila mahala, kwa pamoja tusonge mbele, tuzidi kuwa imara, biliwe vile vile. Upendo kila mahala, kwa pamoja tusonge mbele, tuzidi kuwa imara, biliwe vile vile. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe.
Muziki ya wakubwa. Kwanza nataka niseme yalo moyoni, ukweli niteme mubaini. Leo nataka niseme yalo moyoni, ukweli niteme. Oh sanam, nchi yangu ya Kenya naipenda, ina mengi mazuri ya kupendeza, taisifu daima. Kenya milele, tunaishi vizuri, amani milele.
Karibuni wageni hapa Kenya nyumbani, nchi yenye thamani na maendeleo.
mbele. Mkenya ni mimi, Mkenya ni wewe, sote pamoja tele. Wasonga mbele, wasonga mbele, mimi na wewe, wasonga mbele, mama yoyo tele.
Right, asante sana kabisa mwenche muthikilio radio Vuna 102.0 FM ogendete kutegera rumorobelio bwa barai na amagendero bro bright nerenya chai Brian maiga yechi microphone ase studio denere Professor Justus Nyagwencho yole omo chief officer bwa mangana yobotali gose tourism ase county ya Kisii kero tukenda tukunya kuligirira igoro ya mangana yobotali anene kuruase orogongoro iga kunyo ligoro ya avenues abo baberuko babako basira bonsi bali bagokora agribusiness ase chinkongo ao imeye county ya Kisii Nyamira na Migori elinde kugendereria ebiasara byabo bagenda toko basira abalemi bali nechiduka na bonjoli abakabake butogorunga stockist na distributors elinde kunyara koba bakwa igendereria ase agri credit line ego bakunyara koba go finance to a tune of 500,000 na bokunyara koba kugochulia stock yao alafu ayo kwa kana ngorongora ngubabate product stockist financing na partner distributor abwasi bakunyara koba kugochulia duka yao to a tune of 1.5 million distributor nyara koba ke kwa kana ugabu wategera yego kunya koirania ngora mbapate product yurunga agri financing abwasi bakunyara koba kwa kana supplier yao to a tune of 1.5 million alafu unyara koba kukoirani baadaye alafu mbapate product ende kurunga agri supplier financing ekarukwa nyara koba gukora supplies na bokunyara koba gukonyora up to 85% ya invoice yao to a tune of 6 million ngakyo kunyara koba gukonyora bibionse bata star 789 star 89 hash star 789 star 89 hash.
Sai Kisii bei ya stock imeanza kupanda. Wale wenye walijaza mapema sai wanauza, wengine wanangoja pesa.
Avenues yabereke gusiro bonchoreria na gukwana na bonchoreria stichiro chiduka na kubachi besa choko gendereria biasara na hata sasa tuko ground ntugenderete gusire biasara byao eri gusuka bosio ase agri credit line tuna finance goika 500k stockist financing na partner distributors goika 1.5 million agri buyer financing etogo konya gwakane supply yao abwabwo goika 1.5 million onye oakane baadaye. Agri supplier financing ukisha apply toganya nyora goika 85% ya invoice yao mapema goika 6 million. Avenues tunafungua pesa kwa biashara yako unaponunua, unapolipa na unapongoja kulipwa.
Kisii, Nyamira, Migori, msimu ni sasa. Mapema asamange dayo
star 789 star 89 hash
gose akesimia si namba
0111133300
elio welikie bono.
Right, asante sana kabisa Prof Karongo kwa na gukwarigania sensemo ya kabiri yenkwane yegatubwateka igoro yobotaliane na se asorgo nkoro igarwa Gusii na kwatie kwaereire kabisa ngobotali ninki anda kasa bangi baito bali tutamanyete twachakira korora ibiche ngao kidogo igoro ya mangana eka yo obotali ni kwante tukukuirania maiga sinini ngwa kwandra igoro ya mangana ye mebogani gose hotel industry asemwa identify rich hotel kurwa sekera sub county gose constituency echo chibwenda kuba packaged linda abantu bachimanya ebini byasara byabanyine. This is private business. So what is the arrangement kogara I don't think also go say you can position at the market a private business at the cost of taxpayers money sijibesa chumonanchi.
Okay, pia mwana muralia, that's the swali hiyo. We are not marketing those whatever the taxpayers' money, and the same people are kind of taxpayers. They are the taxpayers too. So there's no conflict of interest when it comes to marketing those people, because of the fact that if we have to develop our industry according to what we want, now that we are among the strategies of the national government, number one is product development and marketing. That is what the national government has pushed down to us, that every county in Kenya must be able to develop a product and you develop and then market it. So how do you market it? By ensuring that, number one, because we talked about the whole tourism. For example, Gusii County must find a niche. What are they good at? What would be their selling point that is not available elsewhere, that they can sell to the rest of the world or to the rest of the people? Besides, you know, for example, I'll give you an example. If you talk about Mombasa, they'll talk about beaches. The beach. So that is their selling point. They have a selling point there. You can't compete with them. So they can market that one. Now the Masai Mara, Narok County can market the wild beasts because they have animals, isn't it? So the national government has tasked us that beside that, let's see what is in the industry. What do we have already? So we are making sure we have supportive system. The industry components that support tourism. So one of them is hotels. So we must be able to know how many hotels we have, what are they, what is their level, and all that kind of stuff. So that if the national government says they want to market for us, for example, Gusii, in terms of what we have, we must give them those facilities.
All right.
Secondly, is that they also will ask, already they have done, they will ask about transportation, which supports whatever. So we can market about that. So when we're going to talk about hotels... Okay. Sorry, so songo. Bon, as emevoga nechi hotel tokarika.
Yes.
Ekeko gere kromonto bono tebe na tebe gose meeting ni rebosongo. Gose mbata ke tutore meeting bosongo.
Yes.
Batebe tete ko rebosongo engakie to jokore meeting ya ito. Now the meeting is part of MICE, which is the Inventive Conference and Exhibitions. Ekeraba kuliye information nga turata ko ile meeting ya ito bosongo. Ngai turanye. Na intu tutageta batalia ubaje bosongo.
Yes.
Ekerekera bachire na bagutu bintu bitu na bakoragira batale transport chitu batwara wa culture banyemanye egere batone barubukisiko ebagate banga liyango chioteli babwate ngai baranyole report ye chioteli intune serikali into that twale tubwate chibesa turachirike tebanga chioteli tubwate na chichi 5 star chinga naiga 2 star chinga naiga naende turike reportinga eyeri naiga naende into une serikali tokogenda tuachi korera tuachirata.
Alright.
Tuaranga nchiri chingi ya saba talibai. Wani sa tubwate report yonse na kitua chirte chire attraction center wase services chikorwe wase batali na kitua chirikirete tuchibeke in a digital format. Yani tuchibeke unaturate online so that yomondo Nairobi wadango nande kusire ronjo kora matukata tu ngainda achikorara. Okogenda online onyore serikali wase Department of Tourism with other partners to arosiri yaba raisi ya somotari gocha bono ne kero next time ako to ntongo references kero montako bolinga na enda kusi nkarale hoteli kurukwa sekete ngai kwanyolete na nyolta sekete ibono ntore tumia basa chia ngonto tumia basa chito bo because kera banta bachire they use services chito na enda bakane ebango.
Okay.
Inere key.
All right. Yeah. Kwa kuandire bitunwa kwa kuandira forest na chapa nyangweta litumbe moni chinde that is geological sites kwa kuandire manga for example as a tourist attraction site timaiti mero bilikiere ororege kugereke ne kyamangana ngiringa abantu mbaroche gasinere gendreta ali manga na nyora abantu bakwebulinga in the next few years emange neje toke buno muna ya chakire ko kole mwenjire ngabune we say it's not one of the tourist attraction sites you've identified.
It has been identified. Yeah, very identified tourist attraction site.
Yes.
And also it's an historic site. Never the history of Gusii. It can make more important. Now with the culture, now with the social services shortly, the chief officer. So it's among the cultural sites that they preserved.
Yes.
Well, recently, na njenara some mining going on in Kabuli, Mobu abantu wa culture getunu kirinde kuna bawo yaka ngangelisha kwa era the historical cultural attraction yani tobwate tabe kitura keroke yani ogwanja kuri tugianje tenga alia egento ngiri mugusi akoreto ngibwate mugano gitumu yabo mugusi gitakiri gusira mu ntatakiro cyo gotebe tukabura nera gantebinga nyamira county yatebire ne yabo gusi yatebire ne kyabo bono ngutakiri ko preserve because buna to kwana bono government needs to move fast they preserve that site as a tourism attraction place because of the kind of mining that is going on. Igetakiri probably egitwe bono I was thinking about it in Kanyora, no president of UNESCO. You're Dr. Nyangara. Dr. Nyangara is a lecturer. Was also me University of Nakuru. Now also me Department of Education. To Kanyora nere segeting kumbungu Dr. Nyangara. Na ye president ya UNESCO. Again to kirige kuru manga. Nesa meta. Ibituru me bimpuate historia ngia yo mugusi. Nga kitura abikole ekore manga ya chakire kuyua. Nko erere. Agantebenga UNESCO ne water program ekori kerulirube etebunga emanga ne getunu kebwate historia nene yo mugusi etakere ko preserved kira yari kirwe UNESCO etiegentekyo une cultural site etakere ko preserved etakere kolendo erwe order to the national government department ekwenderu as a Minister of Tourism and Wildlife enyerwe une site etakere ko preserved national government inye take over enye preserve enye gite bono kurwabo daliri okatranya konya egere esegi ya Nyamira na Gusii ngangu konyerenda ngote konyerenderwo ebe national monument national preserved center for culture even nero njara yokatra konye attraction site iyo because yobo segi obo kenga ali Nyamira ga Gusii ebe national monument igotwanya konyere bune attraction site ya tourism Ono tinda kwano mwaziri one to lenga kituko draft rirube to ya Nyangara as president of UNESCO na bakuliki egere to feedback so that is I'm saying that's the plan I have the plan to what you could preserve aside it's already the degradation that is going on right now
all right so prof bintebions gwatebira attraction sites toboto kurasa chi constituency au mochirosi byalendiga mochioni abantu bamanyinga what do we have and what can they get think baranyora second ya Kisii ebintebi all these years prof mbira korekana mpaka lero professor Nyakwencha kali kubiatura ga sempeo how possible is it that they will happen
mbira korekana all this time they were not even there but egende ko rabikorekane oroje tuara kolre even mapping kura genda kokora mapping tu abiri kristo bibwata sa report that's the starting step. Second reason why ekoba the national government is being I think eko sugumunda at the international community the World Bank ne sugumirenga e develop kwere in tourism as part of the government strategy yokoleta again tokurunga economic growth and employment because once you have many visa nokutwara batalia bank you will need to provide services. Those services are not for free because they'll be provided kuna abantu na human resource in employment already. Ne ye kaya in that level bone kromwate bataria bank ne binte binge bikoba developed one chipara bakachirosu egera abantu bachigoeta bali bakoenda those places ne kromo identify say buna want to identify as sports place they say to the sports tourism we see it into a niche on sports to national government because every county now is trying to national government now can have a kitty can develop sports facilities in Kisii because into what they need you get very developed by the national government. That means we can hold international or national events here echikoleta batali on your course from that perspective and it means we have improved economic growth and we have provided employment. The problem when the government is looking for a way yoku employment. Sabantaba kebata bwatiga sabako. Ne industry ekorokana ebwate employment etaraba potential etaraba exploited in tourism. Okay. Meaning because into what one the national government never funded this yagere to akora mapping. They have to have the funding chok and around all those places to document to kalika. The report is going to come out very soon. It will be published online. So that's the first step. Now the second step is that we need training our officer bari tourism officers patro se e package ina ko tebe kente kurunga packaging and marketing bono etocha kwikaransa totebe nga umuntu arata gocha Gusii inkiararole toro sit package no ni sana a tourism expert na bago tebe nga umuntu kra gocha Gusii kra well trained inkiarata keire inkiara spend one day kemogoki akolikire the first day, second day, and third day. So, baro si package chichu, chimaiko marketed one, chimaiko ni. Na kwa example, tumesa bantu mbaji tuachire mwenye tuachire Egypt, tuachite kutara tu for 4 days.
Yes, Misiri.
Kira tuachite Misiri, kira njana chieto, ina itu a 4-day package, ina akaniri. The first day anteveti, nko ende tueri ndare, ndagiri that night kiona ikiri hotel mboke mambi bange breakfast bamanya kuongira the pyramids bandu si pyramids bangira ni bake hotel ngichenge sibi ngende se River Nile hotel nere yale ngondagire titukulia ndikaira ya kabiri bagande bare kuongira the small pyramids chirima atake angene ne River Nile kirana River Nile rio bangire textile industry as chimati chikorosu bantali textile industry yo bakamanya gutoira sabantu bako kamera chikuri nas chiko sibiu na koru rasuwa maguru koru abu tokaira na gwichi Cairo tokamanya kuri rangi ko dina okonyeriera e port yani obwato omukuri no bwato baire bakaroche kati ali Nile kati ya seriro gale rutenene babe ko musiki muragerere Nile kati tikuri na kabiri kaira ria gatatu bagande bakongira Mediterranean Sea kompeke para tuwe baka Mediterranean ule galime kuja kwa lende desert ko ende we kande kwa romuchi tukaiko tukalirie sitiga ne si na ndoka chako irana ini trip yakata yakane uke mambi bakole ntonga traditional breakfast wamuna intugusi enye litukuri yakane tukurugira matoke tukokorero ngoli ne gatono litukuri yoko gena tokoero ngoli ne gesanda when you that morning tukobeke airport yiko chakwa gaji which is part of the infrastructure takire bantu baje kujira Gusii bas package child. So those even tebine ibona bige chakwa next once we know we have the facilities, we have the supporting system, the water transportation, even tebinde ibona bige chakwa korwa egere tourism wegendere, but we must find our niche to call marketing.
Okay, imugendere tazabon
yes we endere korwa so
all right.
So chances of it happening is high because the national government is in it, which means the international community may be a big chivesa. Echintrama tinachirora ikora inche bone na nyoreraga asibate de kora mapping nga push nganywa twairu the bagachaka the first 24 counties, although we are the second one to a quality one we are waiting for the next kwende strategy ero nelikire ewocha ko adapt the strategy, national strategy tera ratified lakini yalikiru to adapt.
All right. So asokeresa kwa ungwa kwa ndregoro yege koro as one of the components of as a tourism attraction no nye kero nari kulikiriria mandate ino you have identified culture muna one of the elements mugusire erekero kumurigiriria turi kumanya ngege koro gya ngire kiki egara no kubeka chianga umo Masai izo kubega yanga ina bakumanya no Masai umuturukana bakumanya ngoyo no muturukana muntu nabakupuringa what is this really you can package as far as culture ike koro gyumo kuzire concerned pakumo songali nendeke koro mache ngumbu achi kwakanira because it's not even clear whether we have a culture
about the culture yes. It has been eroded because we are end up one going to civilization, but the meaning about the culture culture itone ngia. So again to tranye turatebenga gusenga tonye tokole kwende we can have, let's say for example, culture week ntuaroste culture week event at some point. It never happened because of some reasons, but the culture event tuaroste yali cover for 1 week in Gusii Stadium. It was well written, wasn't that? They were well planned to be a son na abantu ma culture, the directors of culture na bagaka na bintu bingi. Bueno, let me give you an example. Nteketano whatever wabolinga culture itoningi culture itentangani umete ntubu kuma boito no boboli bokurugirwe kwerende shingini kitu je kirwe gatono yere kuru kwenyangeni ne bintu nebyo. So nteketangani tu atebete tu ari kwagacha chinyombo chiri round ali stadium anga ibere isato as part of the culture to go prepare sorry from January to December ekero twari kobeka tomanye kobeka ng'aki omogusi are korara ase enyomba eyio lakini kind of with using modern facilities then endagera kwalecha kuria kero kwale goche culture week the first day yare koba traditional ero segune nyang'eni osibe oitu ari nyo musori osibigwe onye ne kwende twale korosio mokora nebinte byonse arafu kurwabo omove twale kobeka bintu per day to what events yang'ine nyesano gocho ogende se nyomba yeke gusi ogende orese ndagera gusina mabere mukoro uri yo gutako test pakebusa tukateba that day ibusa yale cross kunera bagusiba ale kunyi nabo gocho test so tukabeka bintu byo mugusibion spin 1 week byari chikoba in that week tuatagete funding bibe twara ko kolege inteki once abantu batware experience about it tubeke events ichons bi tukabeka baka okwaramira abana bali bale ko tware ko tebanga barukire tware ko baleta basokigwe ali stadium buno mugusi ale ko basokia egere bagende into manhood abanyaruka because of FGN tukakanda tukateba barabo tware ko right of passage traditionally but tutare ko kora any damages any cuts bale ko any cuts bale ko let bale ku next as a culture when tware ko graduate from girlhood to mwana ko be munyaruka so even the Beyonce we had dedicated them to the there's a lot of organizations you live in Taiwan pia cha kotokora so that is a culture yomugusi which can be documented and can be exhibited one exhibition yekyo na kitra kore as in terms of
in fact kwa nginyuri asenara ali na kurutimiti the name is escaping as baro sediga baga chaitenga mugusi na bamenyeteiga is it kare ndu zero what baga chitobo nyomba ngaba no kwenda kwanyara ali nyomba bro sirwo bunyasi ali goreke chuli kilikibekire wanda bakwarasa ngo mugusi ekechuli ekingi kia minute morango yo no yokio lenge and people pay for it but we don't have it here ndukibwatika
we have it now Humphrey o kiagachire ogachi the same tradition nyomba chyo mugusikiri nye nyomba yo mungino monene yo mugaka ne kwirinde o kiagachire
yes
na kiagacha so you can have that now at Humphrey nero agachire gento nokeria kikolusantie nyomba yo mugusino mugusinga kiamenyete so that is culture now that we are he is trying to do it from a private section whatever egere ahoro ki culture yo mugusinga kiarenga so kumenya ni ndagera
okay
goero gechakire bona kinyombe kinara cyasire kwa cyasire tu cyabikuli biribire bine kemege tambe kende kingi binde bibwate meaning
all right
yes
so botalimbo lekisi
no botali ndetengiro urire obotali nekero umuntu akuru asamenyete botambe agenda sangao asigi kegeke kogenda gukora egento ekira ise koba sports which etra de mecheso ebiasara segekegeke ose kogenda gukora kweogia seke gusi kweogia ose kogura ose kogenda kubweniwo
yes
obuna botali
prof mozani mona onenaro motegerete andikire message ga akopolinga ngotebekanire nga gusi abantu baro bakurukunga abaroki science yabo ninyara ko ba packaged ebe munigenteke mo kyobotali kironi gwego cyasa basongo
oborogi timbo manyeti bije ko kiningo tebo ngoborogi mporo bake bibilia no ekroboro bake bibilia it can be tourism because oisoko somera tourism otaka kulike a PhD thesis na bokulike ko yoboro or with a PhD because he is part of what called new age information in America na somete kroko in America library
yes
ntobwate section yikuruku new age section tojokonyo computing civil engineering whatever electrical engineering medicine one section ile kuruku new age section kroko genda new age system ebitabu no bire bia witchcraft wicca modern wicca ibitabu bikukwane kuro yoboro byonse bino bire nabo kurusyo biso obisoma bono wait na watoko package na into tulike gitabu nkibaga kora powers chiria na watoko tebangi chiko kora we are free to be able to do that because there is a religion it's kind of a religion yeah onya ne nchireri kwaro jabo mapeiba tebete ba very recognized we can register an organization ba very recognized ba kwali bintu yabo tuko then people will be attracted. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Alright.
They negative connotation. Abantu baganya kusenaki. Chabono na chitenga beka kana ko soma America nkanyoro muntu kunya kontengo mata kusimura bara kimukulia abantu. Kamutebie tukulia abantu. Ngiya ko chanda. Abantu tukulia abantu tuito ayengi ko chanda kire kintu kitari ko chanda. Bono kurulinche ngote ba intu na bara kitole. Ekora ntra bara. Ekora ngiye ko chandete. Abantu ko muko.
Tigabaje kusi baje korra bara. Balete jibes. Balete dora.
Balete dora tuli. Yes.
Alright, Prof Bwetraga bunte kora matikiriya segencho yechinsa igoro atoikunga kiera kunyaro kabaka koboro mwanchi batikiriya samangana yubotali ngasa orgongo ruagusio yakorunga Professor Justus Nyagwencha Chief Officer Tourism Kisii County timetinga kia ibirengel biyombiri bebi nyole bebere batatu giga tutara kolere nkwane yu wetera 0785 102 102 Radio Vuna. Hello.
Ai proprai. Mwete na tegera ire tuarisiye na gure nganera. Na tegera ire sana nande nyuete kuna kwana iga yani okwanire bakanga se tukumbo ino yongo se ito. Nya so bwa ringi kama kainga ise ite tabwe sa kwana nyamwe na iso uko nigitari wa uko.
Okay.
Ko igara abu wensi ni manye to kera sa kwana se ito nere bono ino yonga nda boliga. Ege tununkera to ko kwa tegochie getambe sana. Kaya tendo moya kona leke maite na antegerete.
Yes.
Alafu naende kakina jita sena tokoro ke kanyarukere naende por motoro mwana lakini gochiege tironkero. Atabia abale komba yobona. Bona magina ya kwa kobera inkiba yani baba se tikimbu nanguna wa kwa ko de bikoro bari kwa kama no base ka baru taiga. Yani na kieto kanyonga magina na bara bere se ba karenge barenge bichana bare go babiro siti ga bagwa kazimbu nangura ko chego ri go kororende. Ona sabu. Iranye kara anyeni byako nyara taro ayara sabu ngakiale go senere bona na bakora nga sabu na bwene te ikira be pororo. Yagere na be ko be manyeri ngana baka ke bare gwa kere binte biga ano ba sinere tenga.
All right.
Wala ndongo boli ranga ngakiera abe ani moranga subuta lakini be doke ko.
Boba siar daribo.
Bobas.
Abun boba shoko kwanira mbora kegoji hills.
Boba sinyama tema subuta borangi kegoji.
Bono gabu attraction site tu abekire tu ajito karora. Tu roje to kaja rigena ria byaki. Kegoji hills. Na Gionsel hills. Neme na Monwaro Hill. Ebitunu ebina na bitobegete buna attraction site. Bono for karajiba na tebanga karajiba sita tokishinyinge na obakobeke gento keliye kotali keliya basongo keliya gekorwe ketu keliya ngumbu bwate keliya ngumbu. Kwachakira kurumbwa wachuika keliya onsali ngumbu. Akanyali keliya kokende. Bonti maitinga rige na ria byaki na rierio goseneri ne linde.
Elineri na soko ka soko kwa kanyaru. Ya soko kwa ntaro batimye kanyaru bana na ina wale tu acheta ari motoka ikaransa ika to kwate barasa yote ye family. Yanga watu watuko cyama gena ito kanyara arabe abande bari kukaransa site ba kere kimbuna kuna na abande bari karansa. Siringa gato ngama gena ndaka wale awiko.
Ainata kereka preserved. I will tell my officers. Banya record onyaga ko preserved permanently osonyaga takere ko move to a place abe moved. That can be na wego tumeka bune cultural attraction activity or center.
All right. All right. Right, asante sana Anne Muranga ibono kiriko nyasako emyaka emenge chidora ngo chagochaka kiriko gwabo kira abantu baguche go chilinde ko korara magenanga buna yusenga ki prof.
Aberego.
Ready Vuna. Hello.
Ready Vuna lo.
Yes.
Na kibura pride.
Mbiyande.
Matuka mange yani naonde giraundi. Kiripatire kirero ku hotel ya Sakawa na Muranga na igule tigamo konya.
Yes.
Ige na lia buya ke karo to hotel ya Sakawa. Elire ka tienjira ya St. James. Ntoma tinga no mongi no sirita karo kuli na lia buya kira kini diturunga ine deliri nana. Ama ke na ino ale se to igora manga kaichire. Bono ntoma tinga nya ire ground rende na bago chakota taito barenta go chorande na raba nto ba ku ebisa imanga muna mange saba.
bona magotoka sita kabisa bona nabagocha mwire kabisa moro kenara akachibiche yo chonte i propriety.
All right. Mabume te inegas.
Bisaba nemba chaba kaka chibiche cho. Garba rosi listie.
All right.
So we will revisit to expand the more information.
Ale.
Na woto gocha kwenda wacho.
Yes. Wewe tibia kabisa.
Ya guru kumbika wago nama yare. Yare na woto bua begera rajini ndenge kitamanyiri. Yani na bemkule woto maja go edasema na boinga ime kuna nyomba.
Okay.
Yani ke bua dengo rengi yo monto go so boinga mama maja go edabo diari adigedeli wagara gini kemanyiri.
Kira.
Mota goja gora dara mora gilire tata na
Igabunga hibenjo constituency.
Majoge jaje.
Umajoge chache.
Yokoru tengera to bebo jemo yo jibenjo. Arabu gokunjo so asaguru nya keromo. Odi gono rende go jeskure gokunjo didi yawe go girango.
Karaereza ngegende yani embuli go tunapokuiga mamaje
amaja ina maja go dor bona karoje akina buku ma maja ko rume yani maja itabu ara de gar kini magu maja dana go tajo na ne ke tambe kere ngiye ke ngiye jamon
keida
Kiao sawa na bakimiza timba kiligeti
all right professor
na kigure kyo na kiri kirense aba bisaba nemba bakiligeta bono tiga imbabute bi Monday baro si tripe ibacha bakelike bali ke report mobile report na enda bagya kechibicha to be as part of the tourism attraction center
zawa gore de gezana ya gara ndongora dara barzana ngonya one time nyanje no ya jide ga digorigere yoga gumni de dana gorora
pia muno
safi right kai mabu gintu ne kiro kino bomonda gutaka ko chacha korora araranga kia machi na inda arakuiga mitutwirwa ready Vuna hala
alo Robert dia mono ben mole como waidi bia
wewe tabia kabisa
yo disma sikabara ko yago ngara angena nyansara angena ibenja buso yo minta kwanire ibenje nakiege tunu to sinyire nganga kige kumete naibwenere te motare ro romno yo minta kwana na mopongesire ngebwate ebikone byayo no ra banda bangena batanga ibenje ndi bwata mangana bia mono
okay safi all right asante sana kabisa Dismas kura senseme yo sogo kwana amo naintwe igo prof no igwete ibenjawo ready Vuna hala
aro ready Vuna na kiwele bro plate
bwire tabia kabisa
ntorgo pongesa professor Justice Nyawencha mangana yo kwani na mangana maya na bomba tegere tabuna so etemna go chukora Ore pasta que va kama ku hotel ya buga na manye to numo sana na professor biole
pia muna kama anu
ya sawo teni asa mangana mayo mo so wa kwani abo manna go seni pia mono
okay all right sawa asante sana kabisa Pastor Kefa akamanwa kuruchesema chirichia hoteli ya buga wasingi nchukwana amona intendo chinsa cheto chikaliko minyoka prof tutadhigari chideka ibirika koraga chinsa nyechia bono botoko mwancho matagili ya somoro balipo barai na magendrongire simio mwelio ready Vuna hala
la friday awakoni noma gani
to itabire kabisa
to mundu sira mangana manga yande tutana ko chakomanya ana mbaga to amanyari sia tingo kuruga kamuro verana ko gwadire tamana ndeiga very good asante sana kabisa mwanchi matirili na kiyogero gotegera radio Vuna 102.0 FM nkwana bune timeti gose kwanya kunyigwa na inde ande igoro yamangana yobotali kurwa se orogongo rwa Gusii online asomoro bali babarai na magendri me radio Vuna 102.0 FM tetukubeke kamanyiri gaiga gyokoro kingachiragire chinsa inyechia bono botuko kwirana gaiga tokolire nkwane gana professor se obotuko boiga Buharero onsi ni radio Vuna 102.0 FM na batambe tokotebanga tuseseni wekerea
engaki.
Vuna FM
102.0
Radio Toronto.
Minero
nase emesa yemangana magia natekire kuruchingongo au umena amuna barali baitu asemesa yemangana magia anbaronga.
Msikilizaji, karibu kwa uketo wa Vuna. Naitwa Ana Barongo.
Joseph Obuke
bagukona nabaleke abasawo beramani babekire maisomero bonekerenga kyabotali sege kolendo morembe obwanchani na magenderero.
Thomas Umbuna
asante biri unabo mu bwabo ningo bogukia kugenderera nonyera bogukwana buri tukurero igwara ati atebire una wikiro mwako go cyasobo kirubona ne buri bosyo nige kyamagia ODM kiranchi korosi serikali ere bosyo.
Margaret Mukwa
chenga ke batebire okubora kwemeremo abanyanyimbo gotumeka chinguru gwetanie kerengo.
Geoffrey Ngongo
ayo mona yanda mango mwancho motegereri na kwaliga ningo manya sencherere yobo ikirano chinsa isano nebere cyabono mugaso nchegongoro kwa Geoffrey Ngongo
bakuyerentere bunara tike kuro chinsemo umira na amona barali bawo ebiata asubweme na subwikirano asemesa yemangana magia Radio Vuna 102.0 FM bunatekire kuro chingongo
kuro chingongo inyichensi ime ya Radio Vuna
bunatekire kuro chingongo
Right, asante sana kabisa mwanchi mutegereri gai karo tole na Professor Justus Nyogwencha mu chief officer bwa mangana yobotali ya county ya Kisii. Prof kwa nyore insights nkego kurwa se bategereri baitu gase chinsemo chiri andake baligeti yobeko munyara ko bamoko chirigereria lakini egento kyo moili oterachi kunyara ko kurwa mangana oyo mwelio prof kulingana na circular presidential circular number 1 ya 2008 yo mutinyo gatano 2008 na bayigonto bwate Tourism Act 2011 kire county gebento kunyara kabake gutwara into nga tourism policy timeti ase county ya Kisii mwaro siri policy
ntraros degen ntraros linkelinga national government imbono yali gite strategy mopangirio mbona yali gito mopangirio o tourism batara launch bono baka ba launch yobo it policy they are working on it back launch policy ya national government na litokulike yaito tuamanya gukora gento gonga we adapt try to domesticate to domesticate what they have bali kireka na national government tuamanya kugendera bekora ntokulike yaito lietara tunyole twa fukire ntrata toitania mangana so una national government take call strategy na into domesticate to like yaito because tokwira what they have done torusi kirige torengete torosi yaito kurwa then policy nero bago kole yabo yegendrete bonega which they are working on una bago nyekora na into manya kulike yaito.
All right,
yeah,
okay,
we have a proposal already on to like the proposal yogo chikonya rika igotokanya bakolta makulike yaito.
Okay, yes, all right, so muna kuigura bategere baito bado chisemo njire chinde which skipped you.
Yes,
so is it a done deal with about
that's the first phase ine nkatokol the first yentangan kora tokol the section isato.
Yes,
gonto to the accessories to kora hotels to kora tourism attraction sites chitwala kora the first phase. For the second phase we will probably do other tourism sites na nitomaje comment bintu na transport bintu binde because kora muna sports tourism ntokuneti kende yons.
Yes,
health wise tourism ntokuneti anything on health iko tokuneti hotel ne na tourism attraction sites to are okay traditional one jinto skip it gabu when we do the second phase na watoko chini kirut but chibir na chinoti na wonu kotoma wa samane on Monday bagende balike report egetunu ekyo nekeire ekyo.
All right.
Yes, eventually.
So prof utararwa mangana yo mweli ase marogobe yabono kipindi kegire ya siasa na mangana ya barai for the record.
Yes.
In 2022 ngwa politi obubunge.
Yes.
Wenye nyali bali masawa.
Yes.
No ora sekimira no 2027.
Ya tincho sekimira ya 2027. Lakini bale baro tincho nkonya kolengera linche kubuli 2042. Abantu batebira bungale mono. Lakini ya 2027 yero tincho. Ngote bagochora barai buya ko buri. Kogera omugusii omete ali gochora omugambi tali ngomugambi okomwe chibesa. Omugambi okorwa maene nando bekamanga akoraki abamaya.
Yes.
Oyo ora bagusii bagatebo oyo ora okogayane. Yani ngekera mangana akongire kero gwachira asale na bagokogayana. Menyete minetinga ekera okogayana oino muntu omuya otabwati mangana mabi. Bono ntuikira stoko choronde bwensi. Muntu agosibwechera oruo oyibeta kaende chera oirana twamubugambi. Gakyo inagambira abantu rocha. Bono tukiri koirane nakinago tenga tukwatenga ntobwatike tradition ekwata ese egekuru kyomo gusinkiringa omuntu ali kwikaransi gwobulinga omuntu oli n'omuntu muyale so bongo itara abantu ya eronya goito omuntu onya koiba ya onya okora kibamanya komuchoro bugambi bono lero ndagocha olecha na besa chindi chonsiga obo mugambi urocho omuntu nagambira abantu ekogera tabwati turateba maroro bono nko basabaiga muligire liko choro bugambi obuya osamarora maya munangora ati abanyali bali nga mochoro mugambi omyo mushimi go manga akareta abanyali bali amaya nobuli ndibwenza kadengo mushimi go manga nakareta abanyali bali ama mubusimo professor ngeri nakareta abanyali bali amaya omuntu uno yo mura keramo ko mutuma owoika nando ikuira ndi chibu none kera kuira ndi chibu mongo tanga umana ira ndi chibu nasagine atometu nda chikoza constitution zirikale akatoreta constitution 6 bacha kotera nga chisanire sano nemo bamutumite constitution yemo lakini akatumia bongaini akaleta sita bakatera nga chisani sano nemo bono mugambi na bubu tokuli tende nyari bali nje bali basabana boli tokaboli namba Dr. Manduku abo ekewangwa Dr. Raban Chweya lakini Dr. Raban Chweya uraboli uraboli sana na no muntu muya sawa nyali bali ndoche na rebe kantanya korokora mu muntu nchenkora ramande kero na igirige tiali na ramete lakini Dr. Raban Chweya ekewangwa tanya kora mu muntu buli chintunda inye ene yagatana kuchigocho nyo kuchigocha na ino muntu muya na inde bantu bamenyenga na ora akorera maya wese kubuga ati ora akorera maya iko tina mwakere kurende lakini nadenga umba boli na barache geti na bande barache ne michinko ndinchiro na mekolende akimo ko emekoro bugambi mu abantu abaye no manga kina kindaba te
iko taringa ne kokoko mwakera
ya ko mwakera lakini sina aligire iriga na jite ko mwaka nya chai rinde to kunywe chai akante bi professor te yango te konya tarasira liria 2018 akante bi kronya sa bi kirege nten kora yao ke kore nya tara be ka to kora wono time di Raban Chweya chen kora ya netu ngani ko nganya abantu batenga Raban Chweya ura boli na ndo baka nginyulinga tanya kora mamuntu una boli matuka yose na nje ngabwatira ngo muntu teri muntu muyoro ino muntu muya lakini muntu njora ibire bantu oinje tingo mwabuga titakora kura ya muibita takire ko kubuga ya none bibiri ne kane umuntu muya unless ya kaiba agaite kanisa bakamusibi kanisa cyara nacho cyasale kido lakini ndo muntu urasa mabera batango nasa beta mabera
yes
abotramwe lakini muibi na mokora tari ko kubuga kuru ya na ki America ali tu Trump bakamanya nike bagana bakamwa wono nkulira bali America gokuliki kwa bolinga kwanya gwako muntu lige ne school ya nko ibireta matemwande ya kwanya kuinire ya bakongajire bakonganyite lakini ukaba exonerated yes abuna bagate ko bete exonerated lakini nyo kubwate history yo bukora yo buibi ku kanti corners tutokiri ko kubugambi
okay
to kugamba
all right prof enough kona yo mweli asobutu ko bwalero cyasa mutegere
kota yo mo yompo yamona sokongali bagali yo kocha CTV se radio kocha kukwana mangana Kisii County na inde ngo bataya abantu baitonga Kisii County is on the rise mugweta mangana ya tourism no wanyakonya mogo tebanga taiyo naro na tarale tu ikuru na tonya letriga tonya kwanire munyarore ni national government igebe strategy bonega efo ego tebanga kire county bake kore igongo chikonyora mura mangana manke muno wetera ebintu bya tourism ne chigasi chiko chigocha ne chiko chwa tourism unere ere sector ngare sana ira irenga kinyi konye kwanira na ende ntoira na ende to kwanire kare tuikire na ende morolenga ki amaya ararwe ase ekangia tourism mpia mona seri baga ya saba sisi.
Thank you. Right, asante sana kabisa mwanjo batigili ni liugilie Professor Justus Nyagwenja mo chief officer wa Mangana Tourism ase county ya Kisii nekendre kwa semiri onye tuikirete umurobeli ino bukwira na alia somo tenda Facebook gose YouTube onyara ko bago kunyorigelie kakara twarenge live na biga se website yetu www.radiovuna.co.ke nchiko kondukanya chai Brian gose bro bright kurana nda sura sike kagetali gatambe prof na kuganira maya. Thank you so much for coming na indenga kiende kirotora kualigania na bogocha senge njogo seme mugusi.
Biamono.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Kenya ndio nchi yangu ninaipenda mwenyewe, tujivunie wenzangu tulinde mimi na wewe. Kenya ndio nchi yangu ninaipenda mwenyewe, tujivunie wenzangu tulinde mimi na wewe. Tusivuke changamoto tuongeze juhudi, mkubwa hadi mdogo Kenya iwe maridadi, amani kila mahali, viongozi wetu hodari, Kenya yetu iko shwari sote twaikubali.
Maendeleo tunaona vijana tunachapa kazi, na mazao tunavuna pamoja tunapanda ngazi. Maendeleo tunaona vijana tunachapa kazi, na mazao tunavuna pamoja tunapanda ngazi.
Upendo kila mahala, kwa pamoja tusonge mbele, tuzidi kuwa imara biliwe vile vile. Upendo kila mahala, kwa pamoja tusonge mbele, tuzidi kuwa imara biliwe vile vile. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe.
Muziki ya wakubwa. Kwanza nataka niseme yalo moyoni, ukweli niteme mubaini. Leo nataka niseme yalo moyoni, ukweli niteme. Oh sanam, nchi yangu ya Kenya naipenda, ina mengi mazuri ya kupendeza, taisifu daima. Kenya milele, tunaishi vizuri, amani milele.
Karibuni wageni hapa Kenya nyumbani, nchi yenye thamani na maendeleo.
ninaipenda mwenyewe. Tujivunie wenzangu, tulinde mimi na wewe. Kenya ndiyo nchi yangu, ninaipenda mwenyewe. Tujivunie wenzangu, tulinde mimi na wewe. Tusivuke changamoto, tuongezeni juhudi, mkubwa hadi mdogo, Kenya iwe maridadi. Amani kila mahali, viongozi wetu hodari, Kenya yetu iko shwari, sote twaikubali.
Maendeleo tunaona, vijana tunachapa kazi, na mazao tunavuna, pamoja tunapanda ngazi. Maendeleo tunaona, vijana tunachapa kazi, na mazao tunavuna, pamoja tunapanda ngazi.
Upendo kila mahala, kwa pamoja tusonge mbele, tuzidi kuwa imara, biliwe vile vile. Upendo kila mahala, kwa pamoja tusonge mbele, tuzidi kuwa imara, biliwe vile vile.
Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Kenya ni mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe.